Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Monkey in the Morning. I'm your host, the Ranty Monkey. Hope you're well. Hope you're having a great day. I think it's Wednesday now, technically. I don't remember. I know we just got done with Valentine's Day. That's about as far as my brain can handle at the moment. But hi, we're here. We're going to be talking some news and stuff, whatever happens to get into my mind. But first, we got to talk about this story that I really just kind of saw today, and there's not much to find out about it, which is really what makes it interesting to me. We're going to be talking about a man named Everett Byram. Byram, yeah, that's how you say it. I'm trying to remember, I heard it pronounced a few times. He goes by the name Rad _milk online, most places that he is. I'm not doxing him. His name has been known apparently. He's also dead, so it's hard to dox a dead guy, I guess. And the circumstances surrounding it is what makes it weird that I can't find more information. So here's how it happened. This guy, he dies back on the 10th. We'll get to that. But today on Twitter, I see this guy's. I just found out my friend Rad Milk had died. They actually said he's passed away. His family was everything to him. It's so sad. Please donate to his to this GoFundMe for him. Which, by all my, the GoFundMe is to help his wife and children move back closer to her family, pay for the funeral expenses. I don't want anybody not to not donate to that. It's really cool if you can, and if you're so inclined. But the whole part, his family was everything to me, becomes important. There was everything to him. Sorry, becomes important. Because I'm like, okay, how did this guy die? And I saw this person go, I don't want to read the tweet. It's a little bit disrespectful. What it basically says, he was shot by police while he was holding a knife on his wife. And like, well, that doesn't sound like passed away. Passed away seems quite the euphemism for that shit. We'll talk about that later, Toasted. But so I'm like, all right, I don't know who this guy is. Let me look him up. And in the GoFundMe, you can find his full name. So I did that and I did a search. And sure enough, on February 10th, there was a shooting from the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department in Palmdale, California. Like, well, that seems like something that would be easy to find information on. You'd be wrong. I found two stories, both of them local news stories, and both of them shockingly lacking detail. All they said is that there was a shooting in Palmdale with the deputies at about 10:15, 10:30 at night. I forget the exact number, sometime after 10 p.m. And that the suspect had moved on the police with a blade. That's how they described it. Not even a knife. There's just with a blade. So the cops shot him. He's taken to the hospital where he's pronounced dead. And the blade is recovered at the scene. And that's it. That's all the information that's out there. One of the two did mention that it was a domestic dispute call, but everything else was just like nothing happened. Like, yeah, there was just a shooting. And it was weird to me because now he is on YouTube. #was. That's not right. He was on YouTube. Very, very small channel here on YouTube. Something like 600 subscribers. But over on Twitter, he's got like a 60,000 following army. And I just expected, with somebody with that much reach, at least, that there would have been something. Nobody finds out that he's even dead for 4 days. And then the circumstances surrounding it are so, I don't want to say secretive, because I don't think anybody's being secretive. It's just like nobody cares. And that's weird to me in this influencer day and age. You know what I mean? Where everything is influencer. And here's this guy had a decent following. I'm trying very hard not to say too much because as I said, I didn't know anything about him. So of course I went and looked, and I have nothing nice to say. He was a comedian, and there's a clip of him that he has on his channel where you can watch him do a set. I'm trying not to speak ill of the dead. It was bad. It was bad. And I was going through his Twitter. I'm like, why are people following him? And I saw so many, he's so funny. He's so funny. And I'm reading it. I'm like, wow, that bar for humor is really low these days. Really low these days. Thank you, Naughtius Maximus. It's almost like these people are not important. I hear you. I hear you. But even people who aren't important, I mean, there are people who have less than 50,000 followers who, they fart wrong and you're going to see it on Twitter, you're going to see something about it. And this guy got shot by police and nobody said boo. Thank you, tall person. Happy National I Want Butterscotch Day. I like butterscotch. It's good. But I did like the euphemism of passed away. He passed away. I mean, technically, you're correct. That is absolutely true. He passed away when he got shot for holding a knife to his wife or having a knife in an argument with his wife and then moving on the police. So I don't know. I don't know any more details than that, but it is weird to me. I can't be the only one who's like, okay, with 60,000, it feels like there should have been something there, right? Sounds exactly like someone who bought their audience. I mean, the engagement's not really there, but somebody who makes a joke here and there, you can pick up an audience on Twitter pretty easily. It's just that the jokes aren't any good, and I'm not being mean here. I really am not. Trying really hard not to. And somebody said, so he's a lefty comedian. There was nothing lefty about his set that he did. It was just derivative and very, very badly done. Thank you, Nadia's brought a knife to a gunfight. How dumb. What he should have done is just drop the damn knife. Now, does anybody know, does LA County sheriffs, do they have body cams? I'm wondering if body cam footage will ever be put out there about this shooting. Yeah, so no, but lefty comedians are unfunny. There's a few of them who manage a joke here or there as long as they stay away from the political arena. I mean, you can be funny in a lefty, you just can't talk politics at all or anything social relevant. But his comedy, it just wasn't funny. He tried to do one of these things, and there's a few comedians who can pull it off. Um, Jesselnick does it pretty well, where he'll set up a and at first it doesn't sound bad until he adds an extra word to it to make it sound worse. With a blade, thank you, Trimble. Yes, with a blade, with a blade. I keep saying knife. I don't have. Maybe it was I don't know, a samurai sword, some kind of blade. But yeah, he kind of tries to do that humor where you're the unexpected humor where there's a twist right at the end of each joke, and they just weren't funny. They just really weren't funny. Like he tells us one about how he's from Arkansas, and it's what was it? They're behind on everything, fashion and music, and accepting people for who they are. Even the audience wasn't laughing for this poor guy. I felt bad for him watching it. Actually, it's like, ooh, that had to sting. But they should have them, but most of them don't use the cams well. At least the cops I dealt with in the LAPD. Again, this wasn't LAPD, but I hear you, Johnny. But this was the sheriff, not the state or city police. That is it was so bad. I mean, yeah, I guess you're right, Faithless. That is lefty. It's not lefty. It's lazy. It's lazy because those jokes. I mean, that is literally a joke that's been told by comedians for 20 years now. Snubber, thank you. Probably not appropriate, but I'm still laughing at the irony of the guy going off how white people don't get shot by police getting shot by police. Yes, that's true. He has some unfortunate things that he's made shitty jokes about there on the Twitter machine. Some of them, yeah, they haven't aged well in the last 4 days. But thank you for the donation. I'm still struck by the fact that there's nothing about this. With all of the people out there desperate for content constantly, desperate for some kind of relevance, desperate for some kind of pats on the back, whatever it is. And nobody talked about this guy getting shot by police. Nobody even knew. Nobody even knew to check until today. It's kind of weird, really. Huh. I guess the times aren't as changing as much as I thought. I thought, man, if you have 6 followers and you get shot by police, it'll be all over the place. How many times have we seen, news articles about a post that goes viral with 1,000 likes on it? So, I mean, maybe it's not as viral as I thought. It's a white guy who cares. I mean, yeah, but there's white guys who get shot that sometimes people care. I don't know, but I do feel bad for his wife and his children because he's got young kids, man, very young kids. And now they get to grow up without a dad, and their dad was shot, you know, being violent towards them and their mother, or at least to their mother. I don't know if the kids were involved in the domestic, but fuck, that's got to be a hard way to grow up. Thank you, Snowbird. Also, like how they didn't mention why he got shot. Oh yeah, I most people haven't even mentioned that he got shot. Most of them are just say he passed away, like he died in his sleep, like he had a heart attack from myocarditis. He passed away. Oh my got shot. There's nothing released about how many shots the police fired. That was mentioned in one of the articles, but again, each of the articles is very minimal. And do you guys have this issue with your local? We hear so much about, yeah, we need to support your local media and your local newspapers. How they never follow up on anything. They'll do a tiny little fucking story like that and then nothing ever again. Granted, it's Los Angeles, so there's a lot more going on there, but there's nothing that happens around here. And if a story breaks, they'll talk about it for a day and we'll get you details later and then never again. Never again. It's fucking annoying as shit. Butterscotch, yes or no? I answered that when I did the butterscotch thing. I said I like butterscotch. Um, but thank you for asking, I guess. Pay attention, I guess. Anyhow, where are we here? Passed away implies peacefully. It really does. It really does. Thank you, Trimble again. What do you call a factory that makes okay products? A satisfactory. Indeed, that's a good one. I like that. I'll never remember that joke though. Hey Hyman, how you doing? I'm all right, man. Is this real or a bullshit commentary? What do you mean? Is it real? Am I a real person? Yes, I'm a real person. Am I really talking? Yes. Do I bullshit? Sometimes. Is this real commentary on what happened? I mean, there's not a lot to it other than it really did make me curious about the fact that there was nothing about this for 4 days. 4 days. Eh, whatever happens, happens, I suppose. Funnier than the guy who got shot? Definitely. That motherfucker wasn't funny. Um, I give him credit for trying though, man. He's got a really weird cartoon up on his channel too, called Rad Milk. Oh my god, it was disturbing to watch. I felt like I was watching some kind of like 1980s homemade animation. It was really bad. Um, thank you, Naughtius Maximus. At least when he died, he found faith. He was holy. Yeah, he certainly had ones he didn't start with. That's for damn sure. Well, I don't know that. One of them could have went up his nose. I don't know that for sure. I wasn't there. And like I said, details are hard to come by. But yeah, I was doing a lot of research on this right before the show, and I was debating whether to even talk about it. And I even reached out to Jack, like, dude, I don't know if I should talk about this because I literally have nothing nice to say about the guy. Everything I've seen about him, I mean, oh, his family meant everything to him. Really? I'd hate to see how he treated shit he didn't like. Because fuck, he got shot in a domestic. People actually called the police. Somebody called the police, whether it was his wife or his neighbors. Somebody called the police because of the issue with him, the blade, and his wife. I feel like if friends like that, man, or I guess family like that, who needs enemies? Um, but yeah, I wasn't sure if I was even going to talk about it because I don't want to just diss on some guy who just got shot. I mean, if everything that we've heard is actually, on the up and up, and he moved at the cops with a blade, sorry, man, they're gonna shoot you 100% of the time when you do that. I don't care if you're white, black, Korean, doesn't matter. And I don't have a lot of sympathy for you. I have sympathy for his family, because damn. But for him, I really don't have any. Thank you, Naughtiest Maximus. So my personal experience, getting shot sucks. I imagine so. Having something tear through your flesh doesn't sound fun. He obviously didn't care enough to stay alive. He didn't care enough not to have the cops called on him, for fuck's sake. But I didn't want to just like shit on the guy, but I couldn't find any redeeming quality about him. And I was like, oh, do I even want to talk about this? And I kind of do, because again, the interest for me here is the lack of interest, that there is no interest. I suppose this will drizzle out a little more over the next couple of days and weeks. You'll see a video here or there about him, but especially like here on YouTube, his channel, like I said, I think it had 300 or something like that subscribers. Not like he had a really big presence here. He had a decent sized presence on Twitter. I hear he had a presence on Facebook, but again, my Facebook is just for my family. So LA County requires all police to have body cams. Don't think this one's been released yet, but I'll check. Thank you, Hyman. My guess would be if they're going to release it, it'll be a little while. I mean, the shooting was just on the 10th. You know what I found amazing? How few shootings there are from Los Angeles County. I thought the sheriffs, would be like one a day at least. And going through the first month and a half, month and a half now. I think, what did they have? Maybe 8, maybe. I realize 8 is still a lot of police shootings, but there's a lot of motherfuckers in Los Angeles. So I was actually a little shocked by that. Just got done watching Thunderbolt and Lightfoot on YouTube. Don't recommend. It's edited to hell. Wait, you tried watching a movie through YouTube? Like on somebody's channel, or a YouTube subscription kind of thing? I don't understand. Seen Thunderbolt and Lightfoot. That's a really old movie, ain't it? In 40 years? Yeah, that sounds like a really, really old movie. I feel like I should know that. What's up, Jack?
Not much, man. My sound okay?
You sound like you're in a tunnel.
Okay, let me drop. Come back.
Wait, that sounded better.
Okay, is it stabilized?
Yes, sounds good now.
Okay, good.
Yeah, when you first spoke, it sounded like you were in a tunnel talking to me on a tin can.
Yeah, that's the laptop microphone.
Oh no, much better now though.
I had to switch it right as I hit the enter studio button. So
it took it the last second.
Yay!
How you doing, man?
Good. How are you?
Not worth discussing. Better than Everett.
Yeah, who?
This guy that got his ass shot, man.
So you smacking his bitch up? Is that what I heard?
Well, the details on what actually happened are hard to come by. Police shot him because he moved at him with a blade, is all the most official definition you can find anywhere. He moved at police when they were on a domestic call at his house. He had a blade. He moved towards them, and they shot him, and he went to the hospital and died. The blade was recovered.
You get shot.
Blade was recovered at the scene. No, but like I was telling the audience, Jack, what amazes me about it is he's got 60,000 followers there on Twitter, and nobody knew about this.
How many?
60,000.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And nobody knew about him, or nobody knew about this incident.
Is he that unfunny? Were they fake? Were the Russians
dude, he's not funny at all. He is absolutely not funny. And I realize humor's subjective, but he's objectively not funny. I'll send you a video later where you can see.
Oh, okay.
It's real bad. But anyway, yes, Jack, was your laptop in a tunnel? That's where he keeps it.
Yes. It's there's a crawl space. So I was down there.
It's to hide it from the squirrels.
It's true. Fucking squirrels. Oh
Why
god, I
didn't
got
the
2 of them in here.
Why didn't the cops just shoot the blade out of his hand? Duh. I know, man. We're working on training them to be like the people you see in movies, but so far it's not taking very well.
Right.
But anyway, I was just about to move off that, Jack, because really the only interest to me in that is how little interest there was from people with that size following.
Well, this is like Russian Deadpool.
I suppose so.
Yeah, because that just kind of evaporated from everybody's memory.
Well, with Russian Deadpool, I mean, he eventually pleads guilty to it, and there was no like shock trial or anything to go on. I mean, he did it. Everybody knows he did it.
Yeah.
The only question was, did he do it because he's a psycho who killed a woman, or did he do it because he was high and killed a woman?
Why not both?
Why not both? I don't think it matters. He shot a woman to death.
Right? Check your Rumble, dude.
Check my Rumble. Oh, thank you, tall person. Today is Saint Skeletor Day. Those Eternians are far too happy this Valentine's Day. We must rally our forces to destroy He-Man and take over Eternia. Happy Jack, please. Thank you so very much.
Thanks, tall person.
Yeah. How was your Valentine's Day, Jack?
I slept.
That's
I just got up, in fact. I slept for like 10 hours.
If only. Oh, it'd be nice. What do I have time to comply for? I don't know what I'm having time to comply for. Somebody in chat is giving us time limits, Jack.
15 seconds to comply with what?
Now, before that, we had 10 or 30 seconds. So unacceptable was just updating us on the time.
Oh, what are we complying with?
I don't know.
Police orders? There's no
Maybe.
cops at my house, thankfully.
Well, yeah, I don't have a knife on my wife, so I'm pretty good myself here.
Yeah. You have 30 seconds to comply. Is that RoboCop? Is it a RoboCop reference?
Is it? It's been a long time since I saw the original RoboCop.
8209. Yep. Ha!
Aha, there you go.
But I did comply.
Jack slept with sexy Asians, and good for him.
Oh, man. Oh, those Asians. They gave you the greatest dreams of cool temples and General Tso's chicken.
Let's talk about another kind of rumory thing, Jack.
Uh-oh.
This is actually from your timeline.
That doesn't mean anything.
Women posting their L's.
Oh, yeah.
And the chick who says, hey, foreigners, meaning people not from America, if you do Fansly, is it Fansly?
Yeah, Fansly.
Or OnlyFans, and you try to get in America, they won't let you because she had done it herself and she'd been labeled a prostitute, so they wouldn't let her in.
Yep.
I hope that's real. We have enough whores here, and I'm not even talking about professional sex workers. I'm talking just politicians. We don't really need to be importing any. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. I don't feel like we need to bring in extra whore.
No, it's really not a good reason to come here. The whore.
I wonder what her reasoning was for coming here. Trying to get away from all the dick. Look, it made me laugh, all right?
She wanted to try some new dick.
Hey, that's selfish. No, I mean, there's plenty of whores out there, man. Plenty. I don't feel like we need to import any. Is that a thing where the United States will be like, no, you can't come in because you're a prostitute?
Well, yeah, I mean, you'd technically be a criminal.
Yeah. But maybe not in your home country.
Well, that doesn't matter. They go by, I mean, if you're dealing legal drugs and they're illegal over here, they're not going to let you in.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought it was as long as you didn't have a criminal record, not that you'd have a criminal record.
If you admit that you deal like crocodile and that's legal in whatever shithole country you're in, or that khat, Khat. That's illegal in a lot of countries, but it's legal to have it in like Spain. So if you come over and you're like, yes, I distribute khat and it's illegal here, they're going to be like, no.
Huh. I mean, I understand, I guess, but
Yeah, if you go through the legal immigration system, there is an insane amount of reasons that they could turn you down.
that just, I mean, that feels weird to me because just because they're doing something that's legal in their country doesn't mean they're going to come and keep doing it here illegally in this country.
Well, I mean, do you really want to take that chance? Like, yeah, my
No,
job is to
no.
find brides for my Muslim friends.
Look,
Ooh, red flag number one.
there's no shortage of people who are trying to get in the country, so not picking one who's a potential violation that way. I get it.
Yeah.
I feel like it's kind of weird.
It seems hypocritical because we just let anyone wander over the southern border and they get to stay.
Well, there's that part too. I mean,
I think
and then
that's what is really the catching point for a lot of people on that.
and then whining about the accommodations they get when they get here. You better shut the fuck up.
Oh my god. That enrages me so much. You have no idea. You fucking parasites. Oh, no, we're not leaving this fancy hotel for your stupid cruise ship. We like our 4-star hotel. Get the fuck out. I'm so tired of illegal immigration, man. The
Look,
whiny freeloading.
I got to be honest.
Wells.
I understand it on the cruise ship thing though, because if I was an illegal and they're like, "All right, we need you to go on a cruise ship," I'd be like,
Well, too bad they're not legal. I
don't
care if
trust
that
you,
cruise ship
gringo."
is headed. It should be headed straight for fucking Mexico.
Sure.
But and a heavily armed military presence on board too to dissuade any rebellion.
Indeed, and to force them back off the ship when you get into port.
Exactly.
Get
But
out.
yeah, I'm so sick of these people just whining and moaning.
See, what we should do is put them on a boat, take them 11 miles off the coast of Mexico, and kick them off. Be like, it's that way.
Swim, bitch. Put them halfway between Cuba and like the Dominican Republic or Haiti or whatever that is closest, and be like, pick a direction.
Well, I would give them the right direction, as long as it's not towards the U.S. But it's not in international waters; it's in Mexican waters. Be like, hey, we dropped some of your people off. Go get them. Because we've had a problem lately with country being, oh, we're not taking people back right now. Like, really?
We're gonna go ahead and not allow that.
We're gonna anyway. We're bringing them. You're like, hey, you don't want to take him? We'll do it right at the 12-mile mark and be like, swim. It's that way. Here. Well, you know what, Jack? We'll even give him boogie boards. I don't want to be cruel. We'll give him boogie boards.
Well, shit, we'll give him boogie.
It'd probably float a lot easier.
Yeah.
And look how many you could get on there.
I know, right?
Not a real boogie board, Jack. Just some like driftwood.
Piece of driftwood.
Just enough they have something to help keep them afloat. Just get the fuck out. I'm so tired of these whiny bitches.
The entitlement is obscene. They feel owed. You are not entitled to anything here. You're a criminal.
Where is that picture from? The idiot has the sign that says homes, not hotels.
I think that's from the UK. But it should be on my timeline. I know I liked it.
I saw that one, and I don't care where it's at. Because that one was about refugees, because there's another sign there that said refugees don't belong in a military camp or something like that. Take your ass home, then. And I don't care what country it is. Take your ass home.
Get out.
Get out. Fuck off. You don't deserve a home there. Get out. Go fight for whatever country it is that you're running from. That's how people used to do it, Jack. Yeah. Wasn't there a president that suggested we march illegally back over the border at gunpoint? Or march illegals back over gunpoint? A president that said it?
I would be willing to bet if anybody said that it was Johnson.
It could be.
Or Eisenhower.
It's possible. Doesn't ring a bell, though. Free trebuchet rides? Indeed. Hey, yeah, that's even more cost effective. That's green is what that is. Because if you
Yeah.
take them on the cruise ship, you're going to have to use at least some kind of power, you know. You can't just put sails up on cruise ships. We put the Haitians in hotels when we have hundreds of thousands homeless, for fuck's sake. Yeah, I mean, here in the U.S., up there in New York, they're throwing them in, what was it, 4-star hotels, right, Jack?
Yep.
For all of these illegals. While there's homeless everywhere, and we don't know what to do about the homeless problem.
It's a mystery.
Not that I think that fixes the homeless problem, honestly, but if you're going to spend that kind of money on people, at least do it to our own citizens, for fuck's sake. Make them crank the trebuchet themselves. Now, I don't want to be cruel, but I'm going to make them push the button.
No, at this point, I'm so sick of this shit. These people are so ungrateful for everything they're given, and they feel entitled to more.
Yeah, they really do. And they can all fuck right off with that nonsense. All right, Jack, I do actually have a news story or two that I wanted to talk about.
Awesome.
Okay, first, I do have to bring this up. Made me laugh. This is for the football fans out there. So, Jack, the other day at the end of the Super Bowl, there's a holding call that we discussed. It was absolutely holding. The guy who did it admits it's holding. So we're not having that argument again. But the gentleman who got hold, his name is Juju Smith Schuster. And he sent out a Valentine's Day today.
Oh, yeah?
To the internet.
Oh, no.
And it said this, I'll hold you when it really matters, with the picture of the guy who was responsible for the hold. At which point, AJ Brown, who is a Eagle, got a little offended by it. Calm down, homie. It's just a joke. Just a joke. Not a dick. Don't take it so hard. I laughed like a fucking maniac when I first read that, because that's funny. And I think that the team probably would have laughed if it was more than 2 days later. If this was like 6 months later, they probably all would have laughed, but you know.
I get it.
Yeah. That's just funny, though. All right. This is the article I wanted to read. It comes to us by way of our good friend, Frosted Glass.
Oh, no.
Because he likes to be an asshole. Hogwarts Legacy streamers are breaking down in tears.
Oh, yeah. I had this one on deck. Damn it.
This is from Gemma Stone or Gemma Stone. I'm not sure how you're supposed to pronounce that.
Gemma.
I call her ridiculously overly sensitive piece of shit.
That sounds right.
Because I got blocked over this.
Oh, God.
Because all I did was point out that they're, laughing about making people cry over a video game.
Oh.
And yeah, I got blocked for that.
Oh, I'm sorry, Monkey. I'm sure you're spreading lots of tears all over your pillow tonight. Oh,
I've been crying. I've been crying ever since it happened, man. It's been a day and a half now, and I got to be honest with you. It's
how will you recover?
I don't know. Probably by making fun of the retard for writing this.
Oh yeah. Well, is that why you're breaking down in tears from laughing too much?
There's a little bit of that involved. With the game finally released, there's been a lot of talk surrounding Hogwarts Legacy streamers and their decision to engage in the marketing arm of a franchise owned by J.K. Rowling.
Oh, no.
Apparently, we even made some cry. That's... You're talking about making somebody cry over them playing a video game you don't like them playing.
Yeah, that's not a badge of honor. You're just mean.
You're just kind of sad, really. I mean, I guess you got to have some kind of braveness in your life, right? I made a stranger cry. I've gotten pissed, but never wanted to cry. Look, these idiots. This is one of the things they did, Jack. I don't know if you. I know we didn't talk about it, but I don't know if you heard about this. Because they're such petty little shits, they were running around to streamers and posting spoilers in their chat to the game.
Yeah, I heard about that. That's just lame. Yeah,
that's a dick move
to do.
They tried to do it on my stream, but I don't care about spoilers.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't care. And then I may have said, I'm sorry your parents touched you inappropriately.
Sounds accurate. These people are such petty little babies that you're not allowed to enjoy anything they didn't approve of. And I have no problem with somebody doing the same to them at this point on
Me
stuff
neither.
like this.
The whole Hogwarts legacy thing is fucking ridiculous. I like so blown out of proportion. The marketing arm of J.K. Rowling. J.K. had nothing to do with this. This was entirely Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers, they bought up a game company and they started their own game company franchise thing just for Harry Potter kind of stuff. Even though this one isn't technically Harry Potter, for the Harry Potter brand.
Yeah. Yeah,
JK,
so they absorbed the license and they're like, we're using this.
yes, JK had nothing to do with approving it. She had nothing to do with writing the story. She's just getting a check from it because she owns the property overall. She's getting a tiny little kickback for it.
She's profiting, and they're profiting off transphobia.
She's a billionaire. She doesn't give a shit about what she's making off of this game. I promise you.
No, it's going to be piddly. Look, I generally do not like using the tactics against people because it's very rarely effective. But for these kind of babies, they're bitching about a video game. If you beat a game they love and they're streaming and you tell them the spoilers, I have no moral issue with that. This is fucking childish.
Red responds, hello, hello. Hey, Monk, been a while, man. You guys probably don't remember me again. I do, actually. I do. I pop up every now and again. Just got paid, so I thought I'd drop you guys some support. Keep killing it, man. I missed the first 30 minutes. What's the thumbnail about? It's about a YouTuber slash comedian slash mostly Twitter personality who got himself killed by moving on cops with a knife when he was, had been holding it to his wife-ish.
A hero for the ages.
Yeah, he was a good family man from what they tell me. Snubber, thank you. What's really disgusting is the dead kid they're blaming on this game. What?
Oh, God. I haven't heard that, but
me neither, Snub. If you have an article or something on that, will you toss it to me over on Twitter? I'm not saying we'll look at it tonight, but I'll check it out when we're done here because I know nothing about that. But anyway, so let's get back to our stunning and brave friend here who's going out making girls cry on the internet. That's right. Hogwarts Legacy streamers have been reported as breaking down in tears after being harassed by their chat for playing the controversial game. The game's not controversial. Oh, yes. We did mention that briefly last night. Nuts brought it up to me. RIP to Thick44 from Neebs. He died. He passed away. He actually did pass away. He lost his battle with cancer. So, yeah, to the whole Neebs gaming community, condolences.
Yeah, that sucks.
I love the Neebs. I love Neebs Gaming. I haven't got to watch them in a long, long time, but especially back in my ARC playing days, I used to watch them constantly. So anyway, where are we? With even comments from the likes of Hassan Abi having said it's not worth getting bullied for. That's not a full sentence, or at least not a properly written one. That's a comma W small case. But yes, Hassan Abi, when the game's first coming out, he's not going to play it, and then he sees how popular it is, and then he's thinking about playing it, and apparently now he's come out and like, yeah, it's not worth getting bullied. This is the guy who said that America deserved 9/11.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he doesn't want to get bullied by people about a video game.
Yeah, for somebody that's supposed to be all badass alpha like he pretends he is, he sure bitches out a lot.
The only reason why I'm not playing this game, and I know a bunch of other people are not playing this game, is because we know it's not worth it to get fucking bullied endlessly and called transphobic endlessly when we have massive queer communities and audiences. That's it. It's according to Hassan. Thank you for the link there, snub. Appreciate it. Hassan Abi has even suggested playing the game as a charity stream in order to raise money for trans charities. Why he can't just play a different game and raise money for trans charities, we may never know. Well, wouldn't that be the ultimate fuck you? Is that if she's so transphobic to use her product to raise money for trans?
Yeah, that would be called irony. A concept this person seems unaware of.
Other Hogwarts Legacy streamers to have been written about include Twitch and YouTube duo Girlfriend Reviews, a channel I was personally subscribed to and enjoyed, especially after the heat they took regarding The Last of Us Part 2. I don't know what... I've heard of Girlfriend Reviews. I could not tell you why. I know it was over some kind of controversy. I just don't remember what.
That's because you probably don't care about the stupid shit that's going on over there.
It's one of those things that amused me at the time, and then I immediately cleared space in my brain for random music lyrics.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, GFR were super cool allies. When that game was released and received a lot of hate in part due to its inclusion of LGBTQIA plus characters. So a clip posted by Dexerto, I don't know.
Oh, Hammond Beans is saying Girlfriend Reviews is the one that he saw get bullied and cried.
Yeah, that's who they're going to be talking about here in a second.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was unaware of that.
According to Dexerto, did you not read this?
I read the first couple paragraphs, got bored, and left.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, I'll make Monkey look at this.
Captioned, Twitch chat bullies streamer for playing Hogwarts Legacy to the point of making his girlfriend cry, with an accompanying article headlined, Twitch chat berates streamer to tears for playing Hogwarts Legacy on launch day. About some of my favorite streamers was heartbreaking to see. Oh, I feel bad for Gemma.
Yeah, one of the
Poor
biggest
Gemma.
games of the year, and they're upset that people are streaming it. Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard. How dare you not capitulate to me?
Eli says, why not turn off chat? Here's why. Because that does say Eli, right? Does it say L?
I don't
it's
know.
An Eli. Because you do want the audience interaction.
Yeah.
And these are people who are used to getting a lot of accolades from the, everybody, oh my God, you guys are the best. You're so great. You are so great. You are such exactly, Ham Beans. It's the audience they courted.
Yeah. And they're shocked when it turns on them every time because they're dumb and don't court a bunch of narcissists that can bully you into doing things.
Faithless says, so they bullied one of their own. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, they'll turn on their own every time. They swarm like sharks, man.
Here's the thing. When a new game comes out, if you have a decent enough sized channel, it's almost an imperative that you play it. If it's not something you like, that's fine. But if it's something you're remotely interested in and you have a decent... Me streaming Hogwarts Legacy doesn't help me at all. I'm way too small of a channel. There's way too many people out there streaming it. But as a larger channel, it's going to bring you extra views. So they almost had to play this. And I'm sure being the ages that they are, they're probably Harry Potter fans to begin with. But yeah, this is something you'll run into a lot, especially over on Twitch, man. The whole inclusion mafia over there, holy shit. Like, they are insane. You should pull a Tim Pool and make chat members only. Okay, where are we? At least until I watch the VOD of their Twitch channel. The first 6 minutes is genuinely gut-wrenching to watch and includes lines like, maybe get off the internet and get some fresh air. Do some research where your iPhones or your Nikes come from. You're being a fucking weirdo, and other saltiness. Yeah, look, it's not like, hey. Those kids who are making all of your products that you're wearing and using, who live in hovels and die in the workplace and nobody gives a shit, and now their family can't make any money because little Timmy, who was 16 at the time, he was their best chance, and now he's gone. And 4-year-old Brian. He doesn't have the finger coordination yet to get the job. So now they gotta starve. That's nothing compared to occasionally getting called a man when you were born a male online.
Misgendered is worse. It's a paper cut on your soul, monkey. We've been
It
over
is.
this.
It is. And dead naming, man, there's nothing worse than a dead name.
Dead naming, those kids jumping off buildings into the nets at the factories, those are nothing, okay? You dead named me. You wounded my mortal soul and questioned my entire personality / identity. How dare you?
You just alluded to it, and Faithless did in chat right after you had said it. For those of you who don't know, in certain countries around the world, they actually have to put suicide nets around their buildings because people will be so sick of it that they try to kill themselves.
Yeah.
And it was a real problem.
Yeah, this is a major thing in China, especially. Japan has them too, but that's because they overwork adults.
Mm-hmm.
Kids will do this in China. It's an actual serious issue over there because you live at your factory and they charge you rent. It's the old company store thing.
But don't worry about where you got your Nikes or your iPhone, man. This is just the society we live in. You have to have that stuff. Or so the socialists tell us.
Yeah, I mean, they need an iPhone. That's just basic survival. Don't ask anybody in like the backwater of Cambodia what their cell phone coverage is.
All right, back to our retard friend here.
Go ahead. Thank you, Travis Gardner. I'm too tired for thoughts just calling them retards. Queer has nothing to do with LGBT. It's now just a catch-all for a group of social, political, and cultural ideology that has the main goal of disrupting as much of normalcy as possible. Yeah, they're social pariahs. And they've attached themselves to the LGBTQ, whatever. And they're leeching off of that. That's their movement. That's where they found acceptance. And they're using that to bully people and feel powerful.
All right, now back to our retarded friend.
Yeah, sorry.
No, don't sorry. We always chat comes first, dude.
Yeah,
especially
Travis
with donations.
Is more important than this horrifying article.
Then this fucking retard every day of the week and twice on Sundays.
Yeah, and he's right about everything he said.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, back to this idiot. You'd expect from the headlines this was the chat, but no, this was Hogwarts Legacy streamers themselves. No, that's what I expected. Somebody telling you to do research on where you get your iPhones, I would expect that be the person who's getting shit from you over them playing a video game. That's just me. But then again, I know how the world works. Well, Shelby attempted to calm the situation by arguing the benefits of doing the thing we've all said we don't want them to do, often clumsily, at one point shouting, "Die on this hill." Matt instead berated the justifiably upset. I'm sorry, wait. Did you use the word justifiably? Do you not know what that word means?
I think they know what it means.
All right. Matt instead berated the justifiably upset audience almost from the offset, even at some points going as far to invoke the crap they got for being supportive during The Last of Us Part 2 as a reason he doesn't want to hear it, that they're being bad allies by advertising this game. I mean, you just gave him props about that. It meant so much to you. I mean, you mentioned it in the article already. The pain they endured during The Last of Us Part 2. But now that don't mean nothing. Sorry, man, because you're playing JK's game. And she dared say that biological women are women. Fucking horrible bitch. I have even had a personal taste of this Hogwarts Legacy streamers crap via Twitter too. I noticed another of my favorite video game content creators, Call Me Kevin, had uploaded a video about Hogwarts Legacy. So I took a screenshot.
Oh, a screenshot. How bold, stunning, and daring of you.
Much stunning, much brave.
Oh, that is the stunningest, bravest thing I've heard this hour.
Oh, wait, this gets better. So I have not read past this part, Jack, so we're learning together from here on out.
Oh, I'm scared.
I stopped up.
This is a frosted article, man. I don't know.
This is where I stopped. So everything we're reading right now is brand new to me. So I want to read on here. So I took a screenshot of the fact and I told YouTube not to suggest me his videos anymore and posted it. Can we get this person a Purple Heart?
Right?
According to the comments, I'm bullying Kevin and also the reason people don't like the trans community. Well, the second part's probably true. But maybe not necessarily just for this.
Hey, trans people. This is why social acceptance of your movement is dying fast, is because of this kind of nonsense. You look like assholes.
Such an undertaking. How did she endure the struggle? I know, man.
Right?
This is like charging Bunker Hill. And I'm glad she made it to the top.
Oh, every click, every cropping. It was like a paper cut into her fingers. And it was like pins and needles. Somebody was jamming bamboo under her nails as she did that. It was horrifying. Oh my God. And then how can I get blowback for this? I'm the one that's brave. Fuck off.
I now have supposed allies, longtime followers, and friends regurgitating this bile as if it isn't the exact same narrative and framing we've heard from transphobes 1,000 times before.
Everybody I don't like is a transphobe.
Trans people are uniquely bastards is the headline they want to write, but instead dress it up by claiming we made Shelby or whoever else cry, completely removing the blatant antagonism from Matt throughout the first minutes of the stream to once again paint cis people as the victims of trans people. All right, you guys were literally bullying a girl for liking a video game. Where are you not the bad person here?
It's totally the live version of that meme from was it Little Britain, where they're like, "Are we the baddies?"
Right? No, it's not you. It's everybody else.
Yeah. Our struggle session wasn't popular with the masses. What? You guys are bad at capitulating to my every whim. Why are you so transphobic? Shut up, you baby. Oh my God, everybody didn't run to support me. Maybe you should analyze why.
It's the exact same horse crap we're served up with regards to J.K. Rowling herself. Rowling can participate in an active moral panic that demonizes transgender people.
How? How does she do that? What exactly is this transphobic campaign that this woman is supposed to be on? Because once she tweeted some mildly turf view, I don't understand this. They make it sound like she is some sort of Machiavellian devil behind the scenes trying to hunt down trans people.
Well, she gave us a link here, and oddly enough, it's from, oh, look at that. It's Gemma Stone again. That's helpful.
She linked herself.
She did. And this story says J.K. Rowling's horrific claim that trans women retain male pattern criminality.
Should we look at a bunch of articles that I have saved up about men in women's prisons being accused of rape? I think I have at least 10.
Nah, bro. We don't want to look at anything real.
Oh, my bad.
Anyway, and is causing the rates of hate crimes against us to increase year in. J.K. Rowling is causing hate crimes against trans people. I suppose you have some actual evidence of that.
Evidence by existing. Oh, my God.
Wait, we got a link.
Oh,
reports of hate crimes. For real? Reports of hate crimes against trans people trickle. Wait. Damn it. It jumped. I was trying to read that. Oh, fuck it. Fine. I'll accept it. I'll get rid of it later. Reports of hate crimes against trans people triple in Scotland.
Okay, so in fucking Scotland, which is the size of Rhode Island, or probably Massachusetts, whatever. You get the analogy. The reports of hate crimes against trans people have gone up. Maybe it's because more people are identifying as trans and more people are reporting things like dead naming and misgendering And those are the reports they're getting because that nonsense matters in the UK for some asinine fucking reason. Oh yeah, they don't have
Wait. I found the part she's talking about.
Oh, is this gonna piss me off?
Probably. Between
Oh.
2014 and 15 and 2021-22, reports of trans-related hate crimes rose from 53 to 185.
That's
Over
it?
a 7-year period, it went up 250%.
Yeah,
And
but
again, like you said, there's so much that has changed in that time of what is considered a hate crime, especially over there in the UK.
yeah.
You called me a boy. I'm a girl now. Geppetto said so.
Yeah. Yeah. I declared it on the interwebs. You have to do it. You have to do it. What if they're gender fluid and suddenly transitioned in between the genders right there while you were talking to them and you accidentally said the wrong thing? How would you know? That's why this nebulous shit is so annoying.
But that isn't what ends up getting reported on, is it? What ends up getting reported on is some anonymous Twitter account with 157 followers posting a meme about pipe bombs.
No. This people don't shut up about this crap, so that's nonsense.
I just want to point out that she linked to 2 articles. Sure, she wrote one of them.
Oh, well,
but
yeah, I mean, we don't talk
this
about
isn't
that.
what's reported on. Here's some reports to prove it. Yeah,
Okay. Here's me using myself as a source. What are you, the FBI?
Look, you're talking about look, hate crimes, don't do them. But 185. How many people live in Scotland? Somebody give me the number.
Oh, a couple million, I'd assume.
A few million. And I'm supposing there's several thousand trans people. And these days, with non-binary and all of that counting as well, there's probably 50,000 easily. Easily?
Yeah.
And you got 185. I think we should probably write a new law.
I think that's exactly what this person is fishing for. Is I demand better, whatever, more free stuff, better attention, more rights, more power.
Can I just remind everybody what we're reading about here is a fucking video game?
No.
And look, I'm fine with there being controversy about video games. I really am. And if this had anything to do with the game itself, I'd be okay. That's worthy to have a conversation. People who get mad about Last of Us or people who get mad about whatever, I get it. I'm a gamer, dude. But this literally has nothing to do with the game. Nothing. So it's not even really about a video game. It's about these people being all up in their feelings. And what it's really about is JK not backing down when they told her to. That's what all of this is.
Yeah, it's about power and control. You didn't cave to our struggle session. You must be destroyed.
Yep. So I reject the narrative in its entirety. Trans people aren't bullying or harassing Hogwarts Legacy streamers. They literally are.
Yeah, they absolutely are.
You even never mind. Thank you, Snubbert. I used to follow this person. She supports illegal HRT as well. I'll get suspended for saying what I should about her. I feel you. Thank you for the donation. Yeah. I've heard this name before and I've seen them before. I don't follow them. And until Frosted sent us this article, I wouldn't have been able to pick them out of a lineup. I would have been, oh, yeah, I think I've heard of that. Anyway,
we've probably read some of those old articles from this person.
Could be. Trans people criticizing cis people for failing one basic act of solidarity, which is to literally not advertise things that benefit those who hate us.
There it is right there. That's the mask coming off. You didn't back us up. So you must be destroyed because you didn't do this one thing we asked you to.
The cis people failing that act of solidarity do in fact deserve that criticism, not least when they are so adamant about how much of an ally they are. And no, you can't offset buying or being part of the marketing for this video game by donating an equivalent amount or even more to trans charities, causes, or people, you're welcome to try by giving me money. Thanks. All right, shut up. So they're not bullying people, Jack. This is justified. This is justified. It's not bullying. It's not bullying. No, 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 no. You made a girl cry on stream because he's playing a game that you don't know shit about, and you're just mad at somebody who is tangentially related to it.
Yes.
But you're not a bully. You're a person who was born with a penis who's bullying a girl online.
Yeah. Sounds like, what's that word? Misogyny.
Do you remember when bullying women online was a bad thing?
Yes. It's very misogynistic.
Yeah. But I'm the bad one, Jack, as I pointed out that they're bragging about this stupid shit. Anyhow. Yeah, we had to talk about that one because it was fucking retarded. We just needed to. It's not bullying, it's coordinated assault. I mean, tomato, tomato in this case. Because what they're doing, it is bullying. They're just...
Zach said, where are the bully hunters when you need them?
Right? They'd probably be on the side of the trans people here. Yeah. Look, trans people, nobody has to bend to your will. Nobody has to do what you want them to do. Fuck off. Yes, Faithless, exactly. It is targeted harassment. Absolutely.
No, they don't view it as targeted harassment. This is a correction in your misbehavior. It's a struggle session. It's only targeted harassment when they're the ones being targeted.
Yeah, it's justified. It's necessary even. Because you have to, you can't, hey. Do you know J.K. Rowling is getting like 10 cents of every piece of this game that's sold?
Yeah, if that much.
By the way, one of the most played games ever on Steam. The sales numbers on it haven't come out completely yet, but it's blowing away everything right now. You know why, Jack? Because it's actually a genuinely fun game.
It looked fun.
It's a genuinely good game. It's not great. This isn't one that I'm probably gonna, eventually like stream a second time because I just had so much fun with it. But I'll certainly play it more than once. But it's a good game, and especially these days, where we expect a game to come out, and on launch day you're like, well, fuck, I guess I can play it next week after they get us a patch. To have a game that is mostly playable, very few bugs in it, that's actually fun to play. I don't know that it even had to be Hogwarts. You just do those two things and you're going to get gamers there. The fact that it has Hogwarts tied to it, just, you have a great property. Trans, I have to say it this way, Richard. Trans are the third highest on the progressive stack. No, I think they're probably top right now. If they're fatty, they're higher. And I'm not sure what the rest of that says. But anyway, no, trans are the top of the heap right now. And yes, if you're trans of color, then it's you get a little bit notched up there.
Yeah, of course the fat ones get bonus points too because now they're body positive.
I saw an ugly girl on Twitter today, and I felt bad because my first thought was, is that a dude? I never used to think that. I used to just think, oh, that's an ugly woman. And now most of the ugly women I see are dudes. I'm sorry, used to be dudes. I don't want to be transphobic.
Yeah. It's when they don't shave the beard that gets me. Like, what are you doing? Are you even trying?
But anyhow, there's our Hogwarts update. There's an active harassment campaign out there. And again, this is one of the joys of being a smaller creator, Jack. I haven't got to deal with much of it. Actually, it's not a joy for me because I enjoy that kind of shit.
Yeah.
But I've seen it happen to a lot of people, and yeah, they're relentless. Just absolutely relentless. Have you played DuckTales Remastered, Monk? It's great and cheap. Yes, a friend bought that for me right after it came out. I love DuckTales, the original game. I played that way back on the NES days.
Woohoo.
Hopping around Scrooge McDuck on his cane. like it's a fucking pogo stick.
Oh, I remember that game.
Yep, they remastered and brought it out for Steam. 2 years ago now?
Oh, did not know that.
And I forget who it was that bought it for me. I think it was Stunlock, but don't quote me on that. But yeah, somebody was kind enough to get that for me. All right, Jack. Let's get into your news. I have other stuff, but my timelines and stuff are so screwy because I haven't been that active.
That's what
That it's
you
just
get.
easier to use you.
I
I
know.
mean, make use of this resource.
Uh-huh. No, I
You-
don't care either way.
Oh dear God. Why is it always Virginia? All right, we need to talk. You guys need to give Fairfax and Loudoun a fucking enema. I don't know what's going on in those places, but y'all need to fix their shit. I don't know what this article's about, Jack. I just saw Loudoun County. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, it's pretty much how it's going to be, too.
CA Fiberja? What? Fuck.
Fibromyalgia? What?
Fibromyalgia is asked to reimburse Loudoun County for personal or political FOIA requests. Damn, did she get hit in the eye? This one sinks a lot. Oh, man.
Don't know.
Loudoun County Commonwealth Attorney Buddha Biberaj submitted Freedom of Information Request Acts for communications between county supervisor and Biberaj, whatever, current and former political opponents, Nicole Whitman and Elizabeth Lancaster. You see how easy it is to have a name that people can fucking say? Whitman ran against Biberaj in 2019, and Lancaster's running against Biberaj this year in the June Democratic primary. Biberaj submitted the FOIA request with her official government email and her official government title.
Yeah. She's the taxpayer's dime and the taxpayer's equipment to get dirt on her political opponents.
Yeah, that's Christ, even Hillary would blush at that shit.
Yeah, it's not even subtle. I mean,
fuck. As a result, some elected officials are asking if Biberaj, the ugly bitch with a fucked up eye, is misusing her office and government funds for political and personal reasons. Yes, she is. Anybody who's asking that's an idiot, because she clearly is. I don't know what the question is there, Jack.
well, I mean, they're going to couch it. This is a leftist source.
I mean, what else would she need that for? She's just really curious about some possible corruption or something.
Well, so one of the other articles I read about this kind of alluded to the fact that she may be trying to open investigations on her opponents.
Shocking.
Yeah, that's not a total misuse or anything. No.
As two of the requests, at least, appear to be personal or political and are not clearly related to your office duties as Commonwealth Attorney or the duties of your office, I believe that you would have been better served to have non-governmental resources to prepare and transmit your request. Loudoun County Supervisor Kristen Umstadt, how very German of you, told Biberaj in a letter, I would request that you reimburse from non-governmental funds the county and Commonwealth for any county or state resources, including staff time, that you used in preparing and transmitting those personal political requests from your government office. On Sunday, 7 News asked Biberaj if she will reimburse the county. 7 News will update this story when and if Biberaj responds with comment. So, I mean, I guess that's the meat of the story. We'll throw this into chat if you guys want to read along or read more. Look, somebody in Loudoun County is corrupt, Jack?
I was shocked when I found this out. I thought Loudoun County, the place with the most righteous school district who is most woke in the world, how could this possibly happen?
Loudoun and Fairfax counties there in Virginia, seriously, they need to fix those places.
Yeah, there is massive amounts of corruption going on.
You know what would help a lot?
Uh,
Stop allowing people who work in DC to go live there. I
yeah,
would pass a bill in my state house. Nobody from above the Mason-Dixon line, specifically in the DC metro area, can come live in Virginia.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Probably not, but I'd try.
Yeah, the swamp is infecting Loudoun and Fairfax pretty heavily from the look of it.
Oh god. Yeah, the Northern Virginia is just overrun with those shitbags. It really is. What was he talking about to say that? To say what? I just watched Senator Kennedy ending a presser with lock your doors tonight, and that was just weird. Senator Kennedy from Louisiana? I mean, I guess he's the only. I'm guessing not Jack Kennedy, or
Well,
even
he lost.
Teddy.
John Kennedy lost his mind. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, John Kennedy be like, Duck. All right.
Apparently not.
If he could give anybody advice, I bet that's what it would be. Knowing what he knows now, stay out of Dallas, and if you go there, duck.
Don't announce you're defunding the CIA.
Where are things going wrong? Damning report finds there are 23 public schools in Baltimore where none of the children understand basic math as parents blame Dem-led cities' fraud and corruption. One, it's Baltimore.
Yeah.
Two, with the current trend of, hey, actual schooling doesn't need to happen until college, apparently. We got to indoctrinate these kids at the womb. I mean, I don't think you can just put it on fraud and corruption.
Yeah, there's a lot of incompetence going on here.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch that goes into. I'm not saying fraud and corruption have nothing to do with it. I'm just saying, I mean, when part of the curriculum is making sure kids know that they shouldn't play Hogwarts Legacy.
Well, I mean, yeah, monkey.
How long until that's actually brought up in some school class that we hear about?
Oh, I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet.
I bet you there's on it. Anybody got time to go cruise TikTok and find out if there's a teacher talking about Hogwarts Legacy?
Well, I'm sure there is. There's probably several. We just haven't
Probably.
seen it yet because we're looking at real news, not stupid fake shit.
Project Baltimore analyzed school test results and published the conclusions. Team found catastrophic failings at 23 schools, 10 high schools, 8 elementaries, and 3 middle/high schools, and 2 elementary/middle schools.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
I guess the middle school kids have it the best right now.
I don't know. Is there a best in this situation?
Unfortunately, there is.
That's sad, man.
In the 23 schools, not one student passed their grade level math.
I mean, are you surprised?
23 schools is the word I was looking for there, Jack.
Oh.
Schools, if you were guessing what Monkey was trying to say this fucking time. Schools. 23 schools in Baltimore are failing their students, according to a new analysis, with not one student at the institution reaching the required level in math. A mother whose son is attending one of the institutions said on Monday she was furious at the results, which she learned about on the news.
Well, it's not like the school's going to tell her.
Wow. And I'm with her. I'm furious. I don't even have kids in that school system, and I'm mad.
Well, it doesn't just fail the kids. It fails society at large, too, because society has to pick up the pieces. The kids that can't read aren't going to get anywhere in life. You can't even work a shit job like McDonald's without knowing how to read.
And then we have our president of the United States telling us at the State of the Union, K through 12 just isn't enough anymore. Is it not enough, or are we not doing it right?
We're not doing it right.
Davidia.
Oh, NVIDIA?
Druidia Allen said she was angry. The CEO of Baltimore Public Schools, Sonja Santelises, was earning a base salary of $333,125, which rose to $444,875 with allowances, yet students were still failing. I'd be kind of mad about that too.
Yeah.
Bitch is making a third of $1,000,000 every year, almost $500,000 with her bonuses. What the fuck is she getting allowances for?
I don't know.
Does she get? She makes $330,000 a year, and they give her like a housing allowance.
Probably.
Because, dude, that's $111,000 worth of allowances.
Yeah. It's the education system is really fucking corrupt. Did you see Massey? I think it was introduced a bill to get rid of the Department of Education because it's unconstitutional.
No, but good.
Yeah, that's what I said. I think it was Massey. Anyway, thank you, Travis Gardner. Since you like to bring up recalls, there's a recall on Pilot pens.
For
Pens.
what?
Regarding our fountain pen, the Vanishing Point LS, we regret to inform you that we have discovered that rust can form on the internal surface of the upper retractable portion of the pen. Given our commitment to exceptional quality, we would appreciate the opportunity to replace the pen at no cost to you.
Fair enough.
Did not know that. Thanks, Travis.
Yeah, at least
That's
it's
why I
not
only use Zebra.
At least it's not a safety issue.
Well,
like a clicker thing pops off, and there's a little piece of it on the ground that a kid could pick up and choke on.
Yeah, or it shoots off into your eyeball or something.
Yeah.
Thank you, Travis. I was unaware of that. That's why I use Zebra pens only, because and they're awesome, highly reliable. The Zebra F301, not sponsored, just a great pen.
What do I use? This is a Bic.
Yeah, Bics are good too. But no, I got the all metal Zebras. That's the only pen I buy. If I acquire other ones, those are guest pens. Nobody gets to use my pens.
All right, back to our story here. I think that when we look at our CEO and we're seeing how much money she's making, we're still seeing that our students are not thriving. You're starting to question where the funds are being allocated.
You should always be questioning where the funds are being allocated, you idiots.
Look, that lady's getting paid a lot of money, and she's in an executive position, so she's going to. I mean, I don't think she should be making presidential money, but fuck it. I don't live in Baltimore. I don't care. But again, this has nothing to do with the allocation of funds. It's not. It's the current way of teaching, where actual math and English and science and history, none of that shit matters. In fact, we have to learn alternative history. We have to learn Common Core math.
Yeah, 1619 project, gender stuff.
You have, what was it? California is like, hey, as long as you write the problem right, we're going to give you half credit on your math test.
Yeah, that's an actual thing, you guys.
True thing. Don't worry. Hey, look. You wrote the problem right when you were building that bridge. So when it fell down, we're going to give you half credit.
Yeah, you get credit for that. They're not going to give you any of the blame if you're a woman, but...
Have you seen any Common Core stuff? It's brutal. Yes, I have. I've been following Common Core since my child was in school, and they first started introducing that garbage.
Yeah, it's fucking dumb. It's the complete... That is how certain math type people learn, not how the majority of people learn.
Mm-hmm.
That will work for people with like mild forms of the autism, but it doesn't work for the majority of society.
I can't do Common Core math. It makes no sense to me. I get it. I understand what they're going for, but I'm like, well, why don't you just know that 2 + 2 is 4?
It's sort of like engineers telling you this is more efficient, and you're like, there's 10 extra steps here. How is this more efficient?
The schools were identified by Project Baltimore, the investigative unit of Fox News 45. Their team analyzed the data from Maryland State Department of Education test results for 2022. So every child got left behind. They found
If
that
every
not
child is left behind, no child's left behind.
they found that not one student among the 2,000 strong student body was reaching the required math standard in 10 high schools, 8 elementary schools, 3 middle schools / high schools. We already did that breakdown. Where are things going wrong? How come there's not enough early intervention? Asked Allen. Again, you're missing the forest for the trees. And when you see other counties thriving, why is it that, oh, honey, sweetheart, give it time? You guys are on the cutting edge. This is going to be everywhere soon. This is going to be everywhere because kids aren't going to be able to do basic math because they're going to be too busy learning that mommy has 2 girlfriends.
Well, that's more important, Monkey. How can you even question that?
Allen did not name her first grade son's school, but said it was a language immersion charter school. There's only what? The fuck is a language immersion charter school? The fuck does that even mean?
What's her last name again?
Allen?
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
My understanding is language immersion schools are usually ones that are for kids that are foreign speakers. You get immersed in the language and then they teach you English. She might be talking about like the kids learning Chinese or something, and so they do all their instruction in that language.
Okay, it's on the screen, so I'm going to have to read it. Allen didn't name her son's first grade school, but said it was a language immersion charter school. There's only one such school on the list, Baltimore International Academy West.
Yep, International Academy. There it is.
Why did you need to add that? Why did you need to tell people where this woman's child goes to school?
Yeah, you just dox this lady's kid effectively.
Fucking horrible piece of shit.
It's going to be real easy to find that poor kid. What? How are we accomplices to intimidation? What are you talking about? Why are you suing us?
At the school, 198 students from K through 8th grade are taught primarily in Spanish, Chinese, Arabic, Russian, or French.
See, language.
Why?
It's to get you to learn the language. That's the easiest way to learn a language is complete immersion into it.
Yeah, but why are American students doing that?
So they can become translators or business people because you get a better chance of getting hired for bilingual.
Starting in kindergarten?
Yes, it's the best time for a kid to learn another language. You want them to learn in elementary school without question.
No, I want them to learn English.
Well, they learn English, but they're also learning another language parallel to it.
Anal asked what Byram did. He got his ass shot. He went at police with a knife and they took his ass out. One of my concerns has always been questioning the model, said Allen, who's a member of the parent-teacher liaison group. The children learn a different language, and what I always said was key is that it's great that they're learning in another language, but they also need to be proficient in English and learning everything in English. True. Why are you sending your child to that school? It's a charter school.
Yeah, I told you. It's so that your kid could be bilingual.
You know, I hear you, but I'm questioning her specifically because she said she's had an issue with the model. You could send them to the regular public school where it's just English.
Let's face it, the charter school is probably a lot safer.
And I think that some of the drawbacks of our son's school is that they're so focused on the language, they're dropping the ball in other areas such as math. No.
Well, it's a language immersion class school, you idiot, of course.
Allen says the parents need to hold administrators accountable. She added, we have to be vocal, we have to be involved, we have to question, and you have to challenge. No, sweetie, you're just on the most fast-tracked way to complete wokeness. We don't need that many. We don't need that many translators.
Well, it's also for people that are like the military. They're going to go overseas and get stationed somewhere. Their kid has to know the language.
They're going
to have to go to, they might
go to school integrate. On base.
I'm just telling you. Just telling you why people do these. It's Wombat's birthday.
Wombat, this is what we do. This one's for you. And a 1 and a 2. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Wombat. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. I hope you have a good one. I really, really do. Foreign native says seems the options are kind of shit. Like, I mean, if I lived in Baltimore and I had the choice between sending my child to a language immersion school or Baltimore public schools, I would absolutely send them to that school, the charter school, because I'd prefer my child not get shot.
Right.
But if I had my choice otherwise, no. We need to be a little less in the bilingual. I know that goes against a lot of people, and like over there in the Europes, they like to teach multiple language. You guys are real close to each other. Just pick one.
You'd think so. They should all go back to Latin, honestly, or just learn English.
Just go to English. It's the international monetary thing. Just go to English.
Yeah, it's a business language.
It's the business language, for fuck's sake.
Real quick, thank you, Evolved Potato. I know when I did maths in high school, excuse me. I know when I did maths in high school, if a question was worth like 6 points and you wrote the formula correctly, you got half a point. But this was advanced maths, so I don't know what the regular maths tests were like. Now, this is they're dumbing it down. That in advanced classes, that's actually relevant, but in dummy classes like a 1+1 basics, they're like, well, you wrote 2 + 2 right, but 15 is not the correct answer, so we're giving you credit because we have to look good.
In my advanced math class, I could write everything right and get, just I wrote the wrong digit in the answer. Like the answer be 4002, and I accidentally write 4102, and I got no credit whatsoever. None.
Yeah, we never got any
Zero.
credit for that. I would get so lost in trigonometry class that I would just draw little pictures of tanks and stuff. And
Nice.
He'd give me points for that sometimes because they were pity points. I got a point for my name being on there because he knew whose art that was. But I was getting a 0, so there was no way I was passing that class. So his 5 pity points that you'd assign me were mostly just so I didn't get yelled at by my parents.
No, our teachers were hardcore. You either get everything right or you might as well not have done the problem.
Right?
Which, by the way, you're talking math here. It kind of does. It is important that you get the right answer.
Nah, that's all subjective, monkey, like gender.
I'm be honest with you. I'd rather the kid have the formula and everything wrong and get the right answer than the other way around.
Nah.
If you can do the formula, but you can't get the right answer, then you can't do the formula.
Well, look, maybe the kid came up with some different way to come to the same result, but he got the correct answer. That is what matters, but that's not how they think in schools.
Oh, I know. I've told the story before. It was in our pre-algebra class. She gave us this problem. She told us when you're done, you guys can go out in the quad and hang out until your next class. And I was the first one done. And I had the right answer. And she's like, where's your work? And I'm like, I can't do it. I said, I know that's the answer. She goes, well, go sit down and write out the thing. I'm like, all right, fuck. So I went and I tried over and over, and I could not put it onto paper how I got my answer. And she goes, so tell me how you got my answer. This is like the 4th time I go up there. She goes, tell me how you got the answer. And I explained it to her. And she goes, you're right. You can go. But I couldn't put it down on paper because writing it down didn't make sense to me. Now, on the other hand, in English class, Jack, I got very lucky in English class because in the years that I was in advanced classes, we didn't do anything. And the years when I was in regular classes, we didn't do anything. It just happened to be that way that when I'm in the advanced classes, these normal classes had harder work than we did. We read books. We read books and talked about them. And I didn't even have to read them because we talked about them in class.
Yeah.
And then when I was in regular classes, it was the advanced classes who actually, learned how to write and use English properly. And we were reading books. I give them the picture books. I am horrible at English. How I got into those classes is because my teachers liked me.
See, I had the opposite problem. The teacher in the advanced English class didn't like me and thought I was retarded. So she had me put in the remedial class, and I did everybody's Shakespeare homework for money.
Nice. My one teacher I was in regular history class, and she's like, "You're not supposed to be in here." I'm like, what do you mean? You're supposed to be in the advanced history class. I don't want to be in the advanced history class. And the bitch moved me. That was going to be an easy year, Jack.
She didn't like you apparently.
No, she claims she liked me. By the way, she was related to John Wilkes Booth.
Oh, so she assassinated your plans.
She did. I'm sitting there in the theater watching, and she's like, "Nah, we're gonna in the back of your head, bitch." We were not allowed to bring up that she was related to John Wilkes Booth. She got very angry. It came out. One of the other teachers told us about it, and somebody brought it up in class, and she got mad as fuck. Apparently, having your ancestor be the one who killed one of the most popular presidents ever, not so good.
I bet she went up behind that teacher in the lunchroom and gave him a piece of his mind.
It was actually our science teacher, and ironically, they had the same last name. But yeah, she was not. That was not a subject we were allowed to. Oddly, this was in Virginia. You'd have thought she'd be happy about that being in Virginia.
50-50 probably.
I mean, depending on which part of Virginia you're in, I guess.
Yeah.
Parts of Virginia, that is a badge of honor. In other parts of Virginia, that's that's shame. I go with the shame just because I don't think American presidents should be shot, even if I don't like them.
Yeah, even if it's like Grover Cleveland that nobody remembers getting shot.
This was a weird story. I saw the pictures from it. Chinese satellite fires green laser beams over Hawaii as tensions escalate over spy balloon.
Yeah.
They're using freaking lasers now.
It's a laser. Yeah. There's a lot of things you can do with lasers, blind pilots, that sort of thing. Some lasers are powerful enough to set stuff on fire. But what a fucking dick move. First of all, you just messed with every single cat on Hawaii.
Officer Buck, thank you. That's funny. I just caught what you said. Thank you, Officer Buck. I would have loved to have done history in high school. Instead, I was forced to take social science that focused solely on Australian Aboriginals.
Boring.
We didn't take just general history. When I said history earlier, that's in middle school. Once you hit high school in the U.S., you start taking things like U.S. history, world history, civics class, and it just all falls under the high school umbrella of history. I'm sure it's social sciences now.
Probably. It's all social movements.
Yeah, we study slaves whose titties look normal, not like your Aborigines. So it's a step up, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, does this have a picture of the because it's kind of cool because it looks like 80s graphics from a war games movie. There it is. Yeah, right.
Yeah, some sci-fi shit.
Yeah,
it's like bad special effects from 1985.
A reboot of The Matrix, maybe?
Yeah.
I hated history. All the dates just blurred. I hated world history. And I'm with you on a lot of the history stuff where it just kind of blurred together.
Yeah.
But with American history, I was much, much better at it. World history, I sucked at. Probably because we started in the Byzantine era or some shit like that. Look, it's Carpathia. It's an inside joke. They don't know why we're giggling. Astronomers have revealed that a Chinese satellite fired green laser beams over the state of Hawaii at a time when tensions are boiling over between Beijing and Washington after several foreign objects, including a Chinese spy balloon, were shot down over the U.S. in recent days. By the way, we are only allowed one period per paragraph on this site.
Yes. Periods are in short supply. Fucking Buttigieg.
Scientists at the National
Astronomy? What?
I'm stopping because I heard myself doing it. I heard myself doing it. Nope. I ain't fucking that one up. Astronomical observation in Japan captured the mysterious beams of light on video through its Subaru Ashi star camera on Mauna Kea back in 28th of January of this year. So before the balloon?
I don't know.
When was the balloon, y'all? Wasn't that just like a month or two ago? Or sorry, a week or two ago?
It was
Fuck.
February 4th, I think, was the first balloon.
Yeah, so this is before even or at least before we first heard about the balloon.
I'm not positive. Real quick. Thank you, Evolved Potato. Well, one of China's tactics is to shine lasers into the eyes of pilots. They've done it several times. Yeah. That's why this is, I think, some kind of retaliation thing for something we did.
Yeah, I don't know if it's mentioned in this article, but the article I read about it earlier, the U.S. is saying, "Hey, we're going to defend the Philippines because apparently they're blinding Philippine pilots." And there was an issue just the other day.
We'll get to the Philippines in the next.
Oh, good. Do we have that story?
Yeah.
See, the one I read, Jack, they combined those two.
Oh,
They
that
were like,
sounds like a lot of extra work. I've had this article for like 2 or 3 days.
lasers, lasers, lasers.
Lasers.
Freaking lasers.
Sharks with lasers.
Footage of the incident shows green laser lights beaming over the cloudy sky over something in Hawaii. You know, they're American now. They can get real American names of their places.
No, because
One of
Japan will
those,
just appropriate them for sound effects, like Kamehameha, the first
no.
ruler of all of Hawaii.
Do you mean Kamehameha from Dragon Ball?
Yeah.
No, one of those islands should be named Washington.
Oh, you would think so.
Officer Buck, thank you. No offense to Aboriginals. I can tell you're Australian because you have to do that. You can't say like abos like we can.
Yeah.
No offense to Aboriginals, but 60,000 years of history not moving forward an inch and made up primarily of Dreamtime stories is yawn. You know why, officer? You weren't doing it the right way. You needed to be huffing gasoline.
Sleeping in the street.
Drink some gasoline,
appropriation.
Sleep in the street, and you'd have been very interested in those Dreamtime stories.
Yeah, probably would have gotten A too.
Yeah, how do we know these aren't Jewish lasers?
They're probably coming from what is clearly a Chinese satellite because it's covered in lead.
And there's little kids baked into it. I was going, it's a green laser. What's green? Money. Obviously, it's a Jewish laser.
I see where your head's at, but no, because
Look,
when it comes out of China, they're like, "Oh, fire green laser."
If you look real close, you can almost see the dollar bill in this. Look at that pattern.
No, that's matrix coding, I think. They're firing coding at Hawaii.
That is clearly Barbara Bush right there.
Oh.
I'm just saying. That's a Jewish space laser right there. We found them. NASA scientists did a simulation of the trajectory of satellites that have a similar instrument and found most likely candidates as the ACDL instrument by the Chinese Daki-1 Ames satellite, the agency stated.
Daki-1.
The agency apologized for the confusion, saying, "We are pretty sure this is a Jewish space laser." No, it's not what it says. "We really appreciate their efforts in the identification of the light. We're sorry about our confusion related to this event and its potential impact on the ISAT-2 team." Okay. Purpose of the laser beam remains a mystery.
Does it?
I feel like they're trying to warn us.
Yeah, I think this is look what we can do if these were missiles.
I think we need to shoot down another one of our satellites just to show we can again. We've done that before to scare the Russians and the Chinese in the past.
Oh, the Chinese have something that looks like a satellite, and then it has an arm that comes out and snatches satellites and puts it inside of it, and then they retrieve it. We should do that to them. Just steal their satellites.
Thank you, Officer Buck. No, I think even Aboriginal is offensive now. They're trying to push the Indigenous First Nations bull down here too, even though white people are both those things too. Yeah, but Abo is like an actual slur for you guys.
That's an abbreviation more than anything else.
It is, but it's a slur. for some reason.
Slur sounds so mean.
I don't understand how like abo. It'd be like calling white people why. What up, why? Oh, scurry.
Oh, mean word. Oh no.
I don't understand. I mean, I guess if you said it with a little bit of stank on it, like abos, something rude.
Yeah, even then it sounds kind of lame.
It really does, because it's a lame insult, but
Yeah.
everybody's so easily offended these days. Oh, don't say abo, and certainly don't mention that they have flat pancake titties.
What?
There's other things we've mentioned on the show long ago that we can't even bring up anymore. I'm fairly certain we get kicked off for it.
Yeah, people are a bunch of hypersensitive pussies now, so.
Yeah, but this one we probably would deserve it for, even though it's scientifically true.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
I'm with you. I just think it's very crybaby.
You're not wrong. Oh, in fact, we have the other freaking laser right here.
Yeah, I told you.
Philippines Marcos summons Chinese envoy over laser incident at sea. I want to be that kind of person who can summon somebody else, Jack. Like, bring that fucker here. I want to talk to him.
Bring him to me.
Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos. Still, I thought he died.
This might be a different one. I'm not sure.
Is this like Ferdinand Marcos II?
I don't know. I can't keep track of these people.
Remember Imelda and all her damn shoes?
Yeah.
Summoned Beijing's ambassador Tuesday to express serious concerns. That's not what you summon somebody for. You summon somebody to dress them down. You're doing it wrong.
Well, that's how you express concerns. Oh, it's Junior. Okay.
After a Chinese security vessel was accused of using a military-grade laser against a Philippine patrol boat in the disputed South China Sea. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was a plane. My bad. The confrontation marks an escalation in the diplomatic row after the Philippine Foreign Ministry earlier filed a protest to the Chinese embassy condemning the aggressive actions of the Chinese Coast Guard vessel that it said left Filipino crew members temporarily blinded. I bet you guys are happy the U.S. base isn't there anymore, aren't you?
What did we learn from that?
Yeah, we closed down Subic Bay. Marcos confronted Chinese ambassador Hong Zilin, I don't care, on Tuesday over the increased frequency and intensity of actions by Chinese against Philippine Coast Guard and our Filipino fishermen. Yeah, they're going to take that shit from you. Good luck. Chinese embassy said the men had discussed, among other things, how to properly manage maritime differences between Chinese and Philippines. It's not so much a difference. I mean, I guess it is. They think everything is theirs, and you guys are like, nah, but some of it's ours. But if y'all, you know what? We're not the world police, Jack. So fuck it. Let them deal with it, because they wanted us gone. So we're like, fuck it, we'll leave, and now you get to deal with China on your own. Good luck.
Oh, don't call for help. Trust me.
Well, like I said, we did come out. I forget which of our people in government came out and said we will defend the Philippines.
Yeah, they're strategically important, and they've been pretty good friends to us overall. So, and we won them from the Spanish, so we still have a certain amount of pride there.
There's a dude from England trying to correct how I say row because they can't pronounce their own language.
Well, I think they say it's like, he says row like cow, but yeah. I think they pronounce bow like bow.
Yeah,
because they're supplicating to their king.
Which we
don't have. Ha ha ha.
My favorite song growing up was "Row Row Row My Boat."
Cow, 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 my float. I don't know what this means. No, we're saying it in American English, which means it's better. Just like aluminum and methane.
Yeah. Look, we invented the language. You guys should just go with it. Stop trying to change shit.
We invented American English, and it is by far superior.
No, we invented English itself.
I don't know if that's accurate.
It's 100% true.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, I learned it in history class.
Oh, at public school in Baltimore.
A row like there's an argument, like not like rowing a boat. That's what I said. Row.
Yeah.
I don't know where we're losing something in translation here.
Yeah, you're not gonna win, Spud. Just let it go.
Ask Alex how this conversation turns out.
Yeah. It does. He'll say, "Just give up, man."
Just don't. It's row my boat gently down the stream.
Real quick, thank you, Evolved Potato. Abo is only a slur in the extremely left-wing shitholes of cities like Sydney or Melbourne. Most people just don't give a shit. Yeah, because most people are normal and they don't have time to care about stupid stuff. But your left-wing ideologues that live in the major cities and stuff, they have time to care about goofy shit like that.
Pirate Radio says corn rows. I know, man. I love seeing people with corn rows, especially little white guys.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes things just pop off.
Chinese foreign ministry spokesman said insisted Tuesday.
That was funny. You can ignore it all you want, but it was
I
funny.
did laugh. I was laughing as I was speaking.
You were trying to move on.
I was trying to move on.
This is fucking stupid.
I've just had this argument a lot because the English gets so pissed off that I say row because that's how you fucking say that word. Where are we at? Chinese foreign ministry spokesman Wang. Do they make fun of him over there the way we like make fun of people named Dick?
I hope so.
Haha, you're a dick. You're a Wang.
Remember like 20 years ago when Wang Industries got sued by some of their employees and they got sued for repetitive motion? I could not shut up about that because I was constantly talking about it. It was so fucking funny.
That is funny. I don't remember it at all, but that's funny as shit. Oh, God. Okay, so the Chinese are using freaking lasers. I feel like this story's dead now. We'll throw it into chat if you guys want to catch up on the rest of it.
Yeah, they're starting shit with the Philippines, which the Philippines will shoot back. So I expect that they're afraid of the Chinese, rightfully so. But the Philippines has got a really no-nonsense policy when it comes to their territory. So they will fight for it. They're not going to be pushovers like some of the other people are. Hi, Stargazer.
Good evening, Nuts. How are you, sweetie? I almost didn't say hi because yesterday I got in trouble for saying hi when she'd been here for a long time.
Well, you don't read chat, so you wouldn't have known that was new to you.
No, I did read chat. I just hadn't said hi to her yet, and I remembered I needed to say hi to her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it was blamed on my bad memory. Like, no, never mind. Keldrick, thank you. I got called a reactionary today because I thought Velma was a bad show. So here, have some cash.
Nice.
You're a reactionary for not liking that show. How much more do I get?
No,
wait,
obviously
wait.
Velma has its defenders for some reason, and I don't understand that.
Who?
It's a terrible program.
Who? Everybody ripped into that show.
Oh no, it's stupid woke, so all the wokies got to like it.
I guess.
It has a weird cadre of defenders. They're like, you just don't get the humor, or it's not for you. You don't understand it's being subversive.
Mindy Kaling took down all of her posts in favor of that show.
She should. She's unfunny. She's fat and ugly, and she's stupid. And all her shows seem to get canceled because she's unfunny, unattractive, and an ugly inside person. So everything about her is unlikable. And the fact that she was part of this show and one of the leads on it tells you everything she thinks about people. She thinks everybody's stupid.
She had bragged because HBO comes out and says that it's their highest rated original cartoon ever. And they've got like, what, 2?
Yeah.
And she had bragged about that. She took that down. She took down almost everything except for the premieres coming up. Everything else is memory hold.
Yeah, because the pushback against the show has been pretty strong. Even with some people that are liberals, that aren't completely gone. But it's one of those things that everybody that loved Scooby-Doo is like, what the fuck is wrong with you people?
The only kind of pushback that I've seen in the direction of Velma's all right are people coming up now. When it first is released, it is universally hated. And that's the only way to put it. Universally. Even wokies were going, this is garbage. And now they're trying to almost retcon that it's garbage. Fuck off. Get out of here with that nonsense.
Yeah,
and I did see that some of the critics have been reverse review bombing the show because it's like its critical rating has gotten up to like 40 some percent when it was like in the teens before.
Yeah.
Because it's just a bad show.
It is. It does total disservice to the franchise. It's an unlikable protagonist who celebrates miserable things and bad things happening to innocent people. She's a racist. She's a bigot in other regards. She forces her sexuality on everyone. It's a total OC powered character. You know, one of those like, oh my God, I'm a Mary Sue, but you can't call me that because of my alphabet letters. And all this other crap. And nothing about that show was entertaining, and the animation kind of sucks.
Officer Buck, thank you. Warner Brothers has a woman as a head of comedy programming who cites Friends and Big Bang Theory as her benchmarks, and she's the one that greenlit the second season. All right.
Hope she gets fired.
We all know I like Friends. I think my thoughts on Big Bang Theory are pretty well known. I don't find that show funny at all.
Because it's not.
But I would watch hours and hours of Big Bang Theory before I would ever watch another minute of Velma. That show's just bad.
Yeah, you can at least rub one out to the hot blonde neighbor chick.
Look,
So
occasionally there's a smirking joke in there. You can smirk at it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're trying way too hard to look how smart and nerdy we are.
Yeah, they're fake nerds. It spawned a whole culture of fake nerds that like have a basic level understanding of something slightly nerdy so that they can attach themselves to it like little parasites. They're like the illegal aliens of nerddom. And they're very, very annoying people. And I blame Big Bang Theory for a lot of that.
It tried to be smarter than it was. And by randomly throwing out a couple of words, like, oh, Asimov, I know that's a science thing.
Yeah, look how smart and nerdy, quirky I am. I'm quirky and unique.
I play video games. Okay, yay. I have trouble watching that show because it's not funny, but it's not offensively unfunny like Velma is. That show is offensively unfunny.
Yeah, like that. Did they hire anybody with a comedic bone in their body that wasn't some crybaby Mary Sue wannabe? They all want to. Oh, look how quirky and unique I am because I crapped on white people in this bit, like the episode where she framed Fred for murder.
Yeah.
Or the scene where she was twerking over Fred's dead mother. It was all about how egotistical Velma is. That show is just poorly done on every front. And I'm sorry, it's not entertaining in any way to me. And I don't understand anybody that finds any redeeming value in it.
Libra says, isn't one of them an actual scientist? Talking about on
Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang, yeah. Make 'em Black is.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say her real name, so that's as best as I can get it. The Ugly Blossom chick, who for some reason has been on TV it's like we're British when she's around. Like, get the ugly chick.
Oh, it's worse than that.
She would be all right she'd be like a 5 on British TV.
No, she'd be like a 3 on British TV.
Nah, man, they got some ugly bitches on British TV. Why
that chick's face looks like it's melting.
And yes, she is an actual scientist, but she's not the writer.
Yeah, she's just on the show. Hey, real quick before this gets too far away, thank you, Keldrig. I thought the art and animation was terrible and was told I don't know what I'm talking about, but it looks like cheap Tumblr art. It does, but that's the style now, is that Cal art style, like Steven Universe type shit, except with heavier line work.
I want to be fair to the show. It's a little bit better than the Cal art, but not much.
It's in the same vein, and they just used a thicker border on people. I hated the art. I think it's garbage, but I didn't find anything redeeming about the show. I know a couple people said she did get hit by a car, but one scene cannot save that travesty of a program because she comes out on top. It's the opposite of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. She's a very bad person who wins every time.
Yeah, Brad Young. That's what I said. Make him black.
Yeah.
That's her name. I got it right. Believe me, I used to watch Blossom. Not for Blossom, though, for Six. Oh, she was cute.
I hated that show, too.
Oh, I hated the show. Joey Lawrence was a fucking retard.
Yeah.
The older brother who had like an alcohol problem or whatever was just annoying. It was so preachy. Every episode was a very special Blossom.
Yeah, and they had that ugly girl who became an uglier woman and very frumpy. She looks like every stereotype of like a Siberian fat old lady. Like if you went to any village in Siberia, that's the woman that would be like the wise elder. And she's like, ugh.
Anyway, what the fuck am I looking at?
A Vidya?
All right. I'm not going to guess. I didn't read, so I have no idea what we're about to see. I just know it comes. Like it. I saw it's from the Clown World thing, so I'm guessing we're going to watch an idiot. All right, idiot, take it away. I didn't look with the new system. They have been checking to make sure that share sound is checked automatically. So sound check just to make sure.
Yeah. By the way, just so you know, the audio thing doesn't work if it's on a different browser. I found that out last time I streamed.
Oh, okay.
So you can't share audio from a different browser.
Could you hear that?
No. I was talking.
Stand for the pro-choice.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
In here who is willing to try to stand for the pro-choice side.
All right.
He's knighting Whiteley.
I'm not even getting to that part yet.
Faithless, I didn't look to see if he had a boner or no.
It kind of looked like he had a boner, which is where I'm going, Faithless.
He was thinking about Donatello.
He's wearing a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle shirt, and he clearly has I Touch Children head. I mean,
he has a certain level of questionability that my phrenologist would investigate, certainly.
And there's some questionable bumps in his pants. All right. How much you want to bet he drives a panel van?
Yeah. I'd say it's a 90%.
Okay, I'm going to start this. I'm trying not to laugh. I can compose myself when I need to.
Can you?
Just when we scroll up, because I did see the bump when this started, and then it scrolls up, and you got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle and Pedo Head, and there's nothing okay about what we're watching.
He's pro-choice, though, Monkey.
In here who is willing to try to stand for the pro-choice side. So how would you defend the pro-choice side?
What?
How would you defend the pro-choice side? Why is it good to kill children in the womb?
First, they're not children, and I don't have to defend them because I'm not having a fucking abortion.
Okay, so you insulted us, trying to do stuff. This is what you do. Yeah, this is what you do.
He definitely touches kids.
Or touches himself to kids. Either way.
Why not both?
Yeah.
All right. Pro-choice side. Pro-choice side.
Pro-choice side.
Pro-choice side of things.
He's just trying to get you in trouble.
Pro-choice side.
He can't get me in trouble.
But pro-choice side, you're defending it well.
You just committed assault.
Look, your hate facts have no place here. And right now, I want to point out, look at his arm by his elbow. There's a turtle on it.
There's a Ninja Turtle. A very bad Ninja Turtle right there.
Yeah, I know. I'll bring that up in a minute.
What the fuck is this thing?
I'm not sure. I couldn't get a good look at it.
All right, let's get back to Pedo Head. Why is he still on his feet? Because the guy behind the camera is a nicer man than I am.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, technically, I already did.
Technically, you already did a couple times, but it's all
you
good.
won't put him on camera because he has good arguments. but you'll put me on camera because I'm ready to fucking knock you out.
Do it, man. Do it. You're gonna run away.
Fuck you. You're such a fucking loser.
You're gonna run away.
Get a
You're
life.
gonna run away. Ninja Turtles. Run away. Or stand and make an actual argument, but you don't. All you do is insult.
The arguments
And you're
have been
showing
made.
no,
you just don't
you don't-
care
but you don't know
because
any-
you want to
you don't
virtue
know any-
signal
you
to
don't know
the
any-
fucking conservatives
you
like
don't
a
know any-
fucking cunt.
Run away.
Run away. Run away. Run away.
I actually feel safer with him there with another adult.
Yeah. I'm
just-
gonna need an adult.
It's supposed to be crying. Really? Is that what that was supposed to be?
That's what I thought it might be, but I was like, no. Who would get a tattoo of Krang?
Even if you did, why would you get one that doesn't look anything like him? It looked like a blob, I guess, maybe. All right.
Danger said, did you order your activist from wish.com? No, this was from Make-A-Wish.
I'd actually have a discussion with you if you wanted, but you probably won't because all you do is insult and attack. Why are you pro-choice?
I wonder what his anchor's covering. That's a cover tattoo.
Yeah. I don't know. It's probably is a swastika or something.
It's probably the names of the kids that he's touched.
Yeah. You gotta get rid of that.
That's evidence.
Because this world is better off with a lot of these kids not being born.
You said that out loud, homie.
Yeah, you're just pro dead baby.
The world is better off without a lot of these kids being born. And you think that's okay. I'm still not willing to believe that's Krang. I think that's a weird Pokemon, okay? Until I get a better view.
Either way, it's pretty fucking creepy.
Yep. So eliminating children is your solution.
Yeah, I mean, if I could, I'd eliminate you.
Yeah, I know you would, but you can't. But I guess my question is for you: what makes you have such a murderous heart that you would think killing people it makes the world better? How do you decide which humans we kill?
They're not humans.
The ones that could tell on me,
right? You wanted to murder the guy standing in front of you. I'd get rid of you if I could. At least he's a human, right? I'm guessing.
maybe.
When they say they're not humans, I do wonder what they think is growing inside a woman when she's pregnant.
Clump of cells. They often call it a parasite, to be fair.
They do, but even as a clump of cells, what kind of cells?
Space ones from
Okay.
Altair 4. I don't know.
I've never once heard of a woman having a baby and it popping out being anything other than human.
Well, if it's anything other than human, I mean, she had sex with the devil.
Even if it's severely deformed and, grows up to be president of the United States, like right now, it's still human. That was embarrassing. Yeah. These people are so fucking violent, man.
Yeah, it's gotten a lot worse too. Don't really know what else to say to it other than the fact that the guy looks like a creeper. He has shitty tattoos of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on his arm. If I saw this guy in public, the way he looks, the way he carries himself, he looks like he's retarded. And I would assume that he's probably going to try and lure children into a van.
He looks like he touches children.
Yeah, and the worst part is it looks like they're near a college, so he's probably in his early mid-20s, so he's really bald for that age. But to have all the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff on, dude, you look weird. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm a giant nerd. Trust me, I've got some superhero shirts in my closet. I got an Ultraman shirt about 10 feet from me, but there's a look that some people have that you're just like, you're creepy. And this guy has that vibe. I don't know if it's his aura, his criminal head shape, the shitty tattoos, what? But there's something off about this dude. And his first response was to just assault the guy.
I honestly credit you for changing my stance of pro-life versus pro-choice. I'm much more pro-life than I ever used to be. I'm glad to hear that. I don't get why they're so violent. And saddens me, Jack. Because when I was younger, I'd have loved to fight. I would have been a Proud Boy, and the original ones, not the ones going to jail now, just for the chance to go fight. I like to fight. But the funny part is to me that they're fighters. None of them actually are strong enough to do it.
Yeah, well, that's why they hang out in groups, because they're a bunch of babies.
It's why, on the plus side, it has given us a lot of videos of them getting their asses kicked.
Yeah, that's true.
Where are we? Toxic gaming tackled by Ubisoft's unique police alert system. Oh, yeah, this is the UK thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for those of you in the UK, be careful if you play Ubisoft games.
Yeah, watch what you say. They're going to tattle on you.
Thank you, Comrade Kitty. Milady, that dude, probably. Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Probably
he looks like a miladier.
No. This guy does not talk to women at all. Ever.
Not in real life, but on
No.
the internet, which means he talks to other dudes that pretend to be women.
Cowards running packs, and true. It is what it is. I mean, they're just an idea, right?
Yeah.
Pedophiles all dressed in black, hanging out at night, who really like children. Rape jokes, racism, bullying. If you've picked up a controller or scrolled a mouse to dabble in some online gaming, then you've likely come across plenty. You shouldn't be coming when it comes to rape jokes. I'm just saying. That's entirely inappropriate. If you learn nothing else from tonight's show, don't come to rape jokes. The gaming industry, like others, were.
With the joke.
Fuck.
That was on me. Sorry.
That was you. And yeah, we have our moments. The gaming industry, like others where people interact online, has been trying to figure out how to get to grips with behavior like this for years. Leave it alone. There you go. There's the end of it. Right there. The more they try to clamp down on the shit, the worse it gets. People find new and inventive ways to still say the same shit.
Yeah. That's not bound by TOS.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, well, I didn't call him that, so it's not technically.
Ubisoft, makers of major franchises like Assassin's Creed, and I know it's Ubisoft. Don't correct me. I've tried correcting myself. It's just how I heard it in my head the first time I ever saw it, Jack. So I've always called it that. Yeah.
Yeah, I tend to flip flop because I've done the same thing.
But it is Ubisoft for anybody who's like, hey, be correct, or we're gonna get into a row. It is Ubisoft.
Yeah. See, that's I think worse than Ubisoft, because Ubisoft makes it sound like Ubisoft.
It always makes me think of UB4 or UB40 or whatever it was, the Redwood Wine guys.
Yeah, that or some creeper trying to hit on a girl at a bar. Like, you look soft.
You're so soft, my lady.
Can I tip my fedora in your general direction?
Why fedoras? They ruined them, man.
I know. It's because they all think they're fucking cool. It's the same reason they ruined trench coats when The Matrix came out. Like 8 cows died so some fat dude could get himself a trench coat and pretend he was Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, fat guys, if nobody's told you, you don't look good in trench coats.
No. Sorry.
It's just true. Where are we? Ubisoft, makers of the franchise, has now signed a first-of-its-kind deal with police to try and tackle the issue for its players. The hope is that this agreement to start a conversation within the industry and others follow suit. Yeah, that's what we need the games industry doing. Calling the police on people because they say a rape joke online.
You told a naughty joke, you bastard!
Because somebody kills you and you shoot back something about rape, and oh my God, we got to throw them in jail. This is why I play single-player games or just mute. Dude, there's a very good reason, even if I had the internet, Jack, to play online shooters, I would not be anywhere anybody could hear me do it.
Yeah, I get it.
Because I am a trash-talking shithead. I really am.
Yeah,
would
it used to be fun in Call of Duty to do that.
Oh,
but
yeah.
It was like a status thing, but no, now everybody's got to be a big panty waste about everything. Ew, oh, you were mean to me. That hurt my feelings. Shut up. We really need to toughen up in this country. And UK apparently needs it worse than we do.
Online gaming is a joyful experience for millions of people every day. So, it's a space where friendships are formed and memorable experiences are shared. Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there. Because some of my most memorable experiences in online gaming is shit talking.
Yeah.
It's the game itself was fun, but going back and forth, you run into somebody who's as good a shit talker as you, and it just goes back and forth. It's fun until we let girls play. Excuse me. Until things changed.
Yeah, until all the beta bitches got in there.
And that was actually mean to women because I've known a lot of female gamers who look at this kind of shit and go, "Are you fucking kidding me? Grow up. Where's your balls?" One of the best shit talkers I ever met was way back in my Tannerus days. What the fuck was her name? I can see the tank sheet because there were 5 tanks in there, Jack. 4 originally, and then they put in this other one that was a floating tank, and she was like the only player who ever used one.
Huh.
Really sweet girl. Very sweet girl. But if you talk shit to her, she would make you cry.
Well, that's how you have to be. You have to, if you can't hang in the group, don't be in the group.
Luna, that was her name, Lunatic. She was a sweetheart, a very, very nice girl. But yeah, and she loved when guys would find out she was a chick because it would make them talk more shit. And she was just really good at the shit talk. Thank you, Keldrig. You'd think they'd have figured out that excessive censorship backfires by now. No, they'll never get it. All they're going to do is keep trying harder and harder and harder.
And
Unfortunately,
then they'll ruin their entire system.
Look, Ubisoft already has a problem with a whole bunch of gamers because of forcing you to use their stupid ass app to play their games, which has a terms of service that is, let's call it, questionable at best. So I can see this costing them a lot.
Yeah, because eventually people just stop playing because it's too egregious, too punitive. And why would you spend that much money on a game you're not allowed to play online, which is most of what people are buying it for? You're just getting punished every time and losing money. It's not worth it.
During the pandemic, online games were a savior for many people's mental health. However, its dark side is also plain to see.
Dun, dun, dun.
Abusive behavior, death threats, and grooming.
What?
How did we go from rape jokes to grooming and death threats?
Yeah, and they don't pay any attention to the teachers.
Okay, look, I'll give you death threats and grooming. Those, yeah, if you want to knock those out, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, of course.
But that's not the same as inappropriate jokes that you don't like or me dropping slurs that you don't enjoy. Where are we? We want to be on the right side of history, says Damien something French, a senior director of the Newcastle-based Ubisoft Customer Relations Center. It's here and at 4 other locations around the world that staff monitor how players of Ubisoft games are getting on. This might be enough to make me not play Ubisoft games anymore.
Right?
Which kind of sucks because they have franchises I like. You're going over the line with reporting it to police. If you are talking about actual threats, that's one thing. Because that can, blow up and, people end up getting shot by police for being at the wrong house.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm going to have to think long and hard about Ubisoft games I play. And I'm not that kind of person, Jack. Usually I'm like, I don't give a fuck. But you're involving the law on this.
Yeah, grow up.
To be on the right side of history. Because somebody made a fucking joke, you pussy ass bitch. Jesus Christ, Jack. Seriously, and I'm not like trying to brag here, but back I would have made them cry and they would have thrown me in jail over the shit I said.
Yep. Yeah, bigot monster. Look at you. Yeah, freak of nature, hating on others like that. We need to punish you for smack talk.
Eagle says, I own Far Cry 5. Far Cry 5 is one of my favorite games of all time. But I could not, in good conscience, tell somebody to go get it right now seeing this. Jesus. Other companies have similar setups, but what's unique here is the involvement of local law enforcement. The deal between the company and law enforcement works in two parts. Firstly, it sees specialist officers share their knowledge and expertise on harmful online interactions with the 200-strong team working at the center in Newcastle, who then why can't any of you fuckers write a sentence that is not a full paragraph? I'm getting annoyed, Jack.
Yeah, you should.
Anyway, secondly, an agreement is in place so that in extreme cases where there is a threat to life or potential serious harm spotted, staff can fast track the information to police. They don't have like a 911 center?
I don't think that they want to go to 911 with this, but I don't know. This whole thing seems like a Ponzi scheme of some kind. They're ripping. There's money laundering going on here, I think.
Something French explained to BBC News. We have millions of players and tens of millions of interactions, so how can we spot incidents? It's daunting, but at the same time, it's very important, which is why we wanted to sign this deal and try to make things right. What did you do wrong? What are you making? We wanted to focus on the most extreme cases, make sure we do the right thing here, because it gives us a solid foundation to build the rest of our work around. Less than 0.01% of cases that the center deals with end up requiring police intervention. Seems like a good use of police resources then.
Doesn't it?
Jesus fucking Christ. Thank you, Scarfy. Great. Now game companies are swatting people, right?
Basically.
If you're in Ubisoft game room, Ubisoft lobbies are filled with narcs. I hate these people, Jack.
Yeah, they're authoritarian dickbags. And a bunch of people that are like friends in real life are going to get reported for this because they're used to joking around with each other.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you're retarded. And then they're going to get reported for it. Job, UK. Authoritarians.
Fucking snitches. Over video game smack talk. Fuck off. At least they didn't go, hey, like 50% of people interact with this. They get harassed and stalked, and stop it. So I guess it's a step up from where we used to be just 5 years ago, Jack. Women are the most harassed people online. Actually, the statistics say it's men. But it happens worse to women. That was an actual argument I've had.
But now it's going to be the trans people are most susceptible to this because they're the new victim class.
Snickers maker fined after worker falls into vat of chocolate.
It's a Smothers Brothers song.
24 firefighters free staff by cutting holes in the bottom of the tank. They couldn't get a rope?
Well, They were drowning in chocolate.
Eat it, bitch. You're an American. You should have been able to be like Strange Brew, but instead of the beer, it's chocolate and just down it all. Gangstock Monkey. Oh, I watched that video, Jack. Those people are insane.
I know. I told you.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that.
Oh, it's so much worse, too. Some of these people have thousands of videos on their YouTube channels.
Oh, man. The one where he's showing the arm movements that people do, that they're signaling their handlers and other people around. I'm like, I stand like all of those.
Yeah, everybody does. They're normal ways to like hold your arms and just stand comfortably.
That dude's got his arms crossed. He's clearly watching me.
This is how they signal to each other.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's completely batshit insane.
Ham and Bean said Gangstock. This comes back to us talking about the Eliza Blue Shane Cashman article from the other day. He was talking about gang stalkers, and I'd never heard the term before. And And Jack asked me, you hadn't heard that? And he sent me the Medicare link when he did a internet insanity on it.
Yeah, that was
They're insane.
See, when that video first came out, I went down the rabbit hole of gang stalkers, and holy shit, they're even crazier than Medicare made them out to be.
Well, I think I've told you, I know I told the story on Lords of the Night about this woman that came up to me when I worked in pets. And she was talking to me about the betta fish. And she told me about how she had this great betta fish, and that the police used to break into her house and they would fight their betta fish against hers when she wasn't home. And then she eventually released that fish into Lake Michigan, and she knew it was still alive because there was a giant fish killing other fish. And I was like, I was pleasant, as nice as I could be, Jack, and I got the fuck away from her. And I go and tell my friend, one of my best friends at work there, one of the elderly ladies who I worked with and ate with every day. I go to start telling her about it, and she just starts laughing. And she goes, you remember that lady I told you that refused to get undressed in her home because she was convinced her daughter had put video cameras all around her house? I'm like, yeah. And she goes, that's her. And you didn't warn me? She goes, no, it's funnier this way. I have the best of friends.
Yeah. Anybody that works retail has encountered some crazy people, but people that think the government's after them are the nuts. They're the top nut, because they're the ones that, like, first of all, nobody's interested in talking to you normally. Why is the government so interested in you? You don't know anything.
That lady would be one of these gang stalker weirdos,
targeted individuals.
Yes.
Yeah. I dropped the link again for anybody that wants to watch it. You have to see it on BitChute. I think it's been taken off YouTube several times. But yeah, it's worth a view, because there are people like this, and now they're all getting to know each other, and their paranoia is coalescing into like a group think, because they've networked, and now they're creating a story. It's almost like a weird sort of social creepypasta, where they're crafting a narrative about who's after them and why, and they're doing it as a mutual collaborative effort, because now it's not just like some nebulous government official. Now it's like specifically a group, and we're targeted individuals. They have their own terminology.
Brick on a String asks, why would they use the resources for one nobody? You're not dealing with sane people. And I'm not being mean here. We're not, that's insane. No, these people are literally insane. They are so paranoid that they think, what was the guy with red cars? He's in a parking lot, and while he was there, 6 different red cars showed up.
Yeah. Even though red cars are statistically one of the most popular, also the most popular to be pulled over, by the way.
Yeah, don't get a red car.
Yeah, that's a terrible idea unless you enjoy tickets. And don't get a gray car, because nobody can see it when you're driving. That's the one that's hardest to see in general lighting, because people associate gray with the asphalt, so they don't tend to see gray cars coming, and they will pull out in front of you.
Hemby says, just because you're paranoid, that doesn't mean that you aren't being followed. No, you're right. You can be followed, but seriously, if you've never seen the video, go watch. There's no excuse for these people. They are literally insane.
They're nobody.
They need clinical help.
Yeah, it's amazing how detailed they've got this too. Like confronting handlers.
Yeah,
some guy brushing that side of his head, like moving his hair back or whatever, just out of like a habit you do. Like, oh, who you working for, man? I know you're a handler. Which ones are yours? And the guy's like, what?
Yeah. It's sad to see, because these people, they clearly have a problem. And it is one of the downsides of the internet, is that they now find each other.
Yeah.
It used to be just that crazy lady down the block. Now they have whole forums and shit dedicated to this nonsense.
And some of these people should honestly be institutionalized.
Yeah, they really should.
For their own safety, as well as whatever future victim they're going to have in a random attack because they thought they were gang stalking them.
Look, there's a lot of fun to be had here, and we'll make jokes and stuff about it. But right now we're being like like Biden is actually losing his mind kind of serious that we told you guys at the beginning of the election. In all seriousness, these people are mentally deficient. They need help.
Yeah. There are entire books on this, by the way, available on Amazon. Just type in targeted individual. The phrase targeted individual actually does have some roots with like the CIA, where they were like monitoring people and spying on them. So there's just enough there for them to work with to extrapolate it into the government is spying on me. No, they're not. You don't have any national secrets. You're not doing anything interesting.
Oh, yeah, you're not that special.
Yeah, you're really not. Nobody is. Unless you are actively doing something, you're not.
Baxian says the evil part of me really wants to find these people, mess with them, just follow them around, talking into my sleep. There's easier ways to do that. They have YouTube channels.
Yeah, you could watch their YouTube channel. Some guy did that. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say you could just leave some weird comment on their videos, and the next time, and have respond in like 3 different videos. Like on one of them, you just write I, and the next one write C, and then on the next one write you. You'll ruin their whole fucking month. Don't do that. I'm just saying you don't have to actually find them in real life.
Yeah, it's a lot of effort. Somebody did find one of these people. I don't remember who talked about it. I think it was Medicare, though. He actually didn't believe this was real and found one of these people because they were in his local area. She flipped out on him.
Wow.
And he's like, ha, ha. I'm like, dude, you're going to get stabbed. Get out of there. What are you doing?
Thank you, Revenus. Ralph being nuked from Twitter on his Killstream Live account. Hollering continues soon. Oh, man, there's so much going on with Ethan Ralph right now. They were having a custody dispute thing going on the other day, Jack. They had a hearing because Ethan wants to take pictures of his son and at the little center where they meet so he can visit his kid. You can only do that with court order or both parents agreeing. And Faith had qualms about that because she doesn't want her son plastered all over the internet. Especially your dad's fucking Ethan Ralph.
Yeah, no shit.
And so they had a discussion about it, and that's all it's supposed to be about. And Ralph just keeps interjecting all kinds of nonsense. His own lawyer's yelling at him to shut the hell up. And Faith is telling him, look, I have some reasons to be worried here because, he is a convicted revenge pornographer, to which he tried to dispute. And the judge basically told him to shut the fuck up. Nice. Yeah, Ethan Ralph got so drunk on stream the other night, he was trying to start a fight with Medicare, and he signs up for what's it called? Chud Chat, something like that.
Chud Bud.
He does it on stream. And on stream, he gave out accidentally his email password.
Because he was fucking drunk.
And he's a fucking Chud Buds. You were right. He corrected me, Revenus. That's why I didn't correct. Sorry there. So people got into his email, and they're. By the way, we found out how much Ralph makes.
Oh yeah.
The estimate after what cuts the different payment platforms and stuff get pre-tax, it's about 170 grand last year.
What?
Yeah.
How? Who is giving this man that much money?
He's got some fat pay pigs, man.
I guess.
Also doxed his house location in Mexico. Yep, he had to move.
Oh, and it was right after he bragged about that. Did you see that clip Worski posted?
Yeah.
You guys can't find me. I
can't find me. Fucking retard.
That reminded me of a Calvin and Hobbes strip when he was messing with Wendy, and he's like, you don't know who you are. You can never find us. We're invincible. We're everywhere. Love, Calvin.
Right. Yes. He's gonna have to move again. He is. He's such a fucking retard, but he's making money, man. He got that retard strength when it comes to making money. Yeah, they even broke it down. I mean, his biggest donations are the $10 bracket, and he made $50,000 off just $10 donations.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Ain't that some
If you
shit?
guys are enjoying the show, like, share, subscribe, and send us money. Wow, what the fuck, man? I guess
Hey.
we have to get loaded on stream.
No, here's what it is. And I've talked about this many times. This goes all the way back to the alt-right fights here on YouTube. If you get in with the alt-right crowd, you tell them whatever they're called these days. The little racist shitbags on online who try to hide behind conservative, and what they actually are is racist shitbags who won't just admit it. Those viewers shower you with money. There's a reason people were courting them. There's a reason Andy Worski was courting them. There's a reason JF courted them. I don't even know how much they actually believed in that shit. But those people, if you watch the streams, you will just see money coming over and over and over and over and over. They have money to burn.
Yeah, we don't want those weirdos. So
not allowed to burn crosses anymore, so they burn money.
I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Crazy people throwing money at a drunk. That I don't know. Anyway, real quick. Thank you, Keldrick. I used to work at a church. By law, churches are supposed to avoid advocating for political candidates during election seasons because they're voting locations. I used to get crazy conspiratorial people advocating for one candidate or another. It was fun. That sounds annoying.
Ralph has no charisma. I agree. I mean, he used to be all right, but he has fallen so far, and all he does is just scream and get drunk.
Yeah, that dude has squandered every opportunity presented to him.
I think he's probably screwed himself mentally too. I mean, he's not the same person he was 2-3 years ago.
No, he is so much worse. Honestly, I think he's going to drink himself to death if he doesn't get some help, because he seems like a raging alcoholic now.
Yeah.
Real quick, we got a couple of things here.
Oh, go ahead.
Thank you, Evolved Potato. Part 1. Off topic, need to share. I was browsing through Discord and I came across a white supremacist, and I thought, fuck it, this might be funny. And I asked about it, and apparently he thinks white people are better, so he has sex with lots of non-white chicks. Part 2.
What?
Because he wants to spread his superior genes to as many people as possible. So I thought, so I was right, it was funny. I just said, okay, and left. Crazy guy, but it was an enjoyable moment because I was muted the whole time from him laughing so much. Good times. Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of people that claim they're white supremacists, well, they'll say a lot of shit and then bang a bunch of like black chicks and Asian chicks. I don't get it. Like the Richard Spencer thing. Whatever, dude. You sound like a hypocrite, you know?
Yeah, but he made a lot of money while he was doing it.
I don't know.
Look, there are probably gonna be people who get mad at it, but if you go racist and Jew hating, you will make money, especially if you're over on Cozy. Absolutely, 100%.
But is it worth it to get yourself alienated from every platform and be branded a complete piece of shit by everybody that seems to come in contact with you?
Nope.
Yeah, I didn't think so either. But the guy is spiraling. I every time I've seen him in the last 6 months, he's been wasted. Whether it was that wrestling thing where he got served,
thrice.
Yeah, the bowling thing, or every time I see clips from him on Cozy, or somebody Worski drops a link and I go check it out. The guy's fucking wasted.
Yeah. I remember being in lust with Tyra Banks. She was hot. Oh yeah. Tyra was sweet. I haven't seen her lately. I don't know if she's aged well, so I can't say, but back in the day, that girl was cute as fuck. All right, let's get back to our chocolate people here. That's weird after talking about racist people. I'm talking about people that got stuck in a chocolate vat. I wasn't being rude to our African American friends.
Yeah, they were literally drowning in chocolate, much like a Smothers Brothers song. I had to tell my mom about this because she's a huge Smothers Brothers fan. And she laughed and laughed.
Snickers and M&M makers Mars Wrigley have been fined by... It might be time to actually put on my glasses. I talk about it all the time, but I could not see what that word said. I had to squeeze my eyes real tight and lean in.
Yeah, you should probably do that.
Fined by no. This is the fucking computer age. I can just do that. There we go. Fined by U.S. safety regulators after 2 workers at one of its factories fell into a vat of chocolate. The confectionery factory in Pennsylvania was fined more than $14,500 by OSHA over the incident in June of last year. Officials said 2 contractors fell into the partially filled chocolate tank while carrying out maintenance work. How did both of them fall in together?
They were holding hands.
No, they were going, I bet this will be funny. Anyway.
I bet one of them was screwing around and they both went in.
More than 24 firefighters were called to the scene and freed the workers by cutting a hole in the bottom of the tank. Both were taken to the hospital, with one transported by helicopter. Ooh, hot chocolate.
Can you imagine they're doing like CPR and chocolate's coming out of his mouth? Is he going to live? I don't know, but it's delicious.
OSHA said the word. Yeah, I'll do mouth to mouth. No, that's gross. OSHA said the workers were not authorized to work in the tanks and had not been trained on the proper safety procedures. This is one of those times, Jack. I haven't been there. I don't know what it's like. But we had certain safety procedures at the shop where it was like, yeah, don't stick your finger in the moving machine.
Yeah.
If you do it, I don't feel like the company should have had to tell you not to it's going at 1,500 RPM or whatever, depending on the machine. And you stuck your finger in there. Now you're weirded out because it's gone. What'd you think was going to happen?
There's a lot of dummies out there. Unfortunately, they breed more of them every day because stupid people have lots of kids. So, unfortunately, we need more warning labels. I think we should thin out society by having fewer. But
yeah, Darwinism, man. We're saving too many stupid people. I'm not the first person who said that. I'm not taking credit for it, but we are. We're saving too many stupid people.
Well, and on top of that, these guys made a whole bunch of little kids sad because now those kids can't have candy.
You know what, though? What they should have done is like they do when, like that pizza that Pizza Hut made, the world's largest pepperoni pizza, and give it to the homeless or the less fortunate. This, I read further along, this is Dove chocolate. Dove chocolate, by the way, very good. I love Dove chocolate.
Very high grade, yes.
You could go, look, okay, we're going to give this to the poor kids. They can have some Dove chocolate. It just has a little bit of Martha in it. They might get a pubic hair. That'll be worth it to get the Dove chocolate, right?
If you're poor enough, yeah. Probably.
Yeah. Pubic chocolate by M&M.
I just don't look. This could have been a total accident, lack of awareness or something, a freak thing. But let's face it, these guys. One of them was probably goofing off. Like, I'm going to go swimming in a tank full of chocolate.
Yeah.
It just seems like this is a little too. Too many of these accidents are easy to avoid.
Ham and Bean says Dove chocolate tastes better than Dove soap. I can confirm that.
That is a fact. Yes,
that is true.
I've also experienced that firsthand.
The contractors found themselves in a sticky situation while working on a batching tank, which is used to mix ingredients for chocolate. The tank was filled waist high with chocolate.
So, wading pool for chocolate.
It's waist high. Were these midget contractors? What was the danger?
Yes. Oh, midgets swimming in chocolate. New thing for Monkey to find on video.
The tank was filled, to make Dove brand sold in the U.S. under the Galaxy label in the U.K. and everywhere else. The factory in Elizabethtown also produces chocolate for... Nobody cares. Get back to what happened. The safety of our associates and outside contractors is a top priority for our business. I feel like you missed. As always, we appreciate OSHA's collaborative approach to working with us to conduct a safe or an active after action review. They didn't tell me enough about how they got into the chocolate. That's the whole story, guys. And they didn't tell us how they got into the chocolate. I do wonder how warm it is.
That's a good question.
You don't have to keep chocolate that warm to have it melted. but I also don't know, what kind of mixing chocolate. How many of you guys know chocolate is a very weird science, and it is an actual science. A chocolatier is a real thing. These are people who, that's what they do for their life. They make better and better chocolates.
Yeah.
Maybe the chocolate was dumped on. No, they said it was filled waist high and they fell in. So I'm guessing they got burned is why they had to go to the hospital.
Yeah. Or they fell from a significant height, like they were on a catwalk above the tank and fell into it and hit the bottom of the tank.
Yeah, that could do it.
You could break some bones from that, even from a 1-story thing, and then you're choking on chocolate, trying to swim to the top, and it's kind of viscous. You don't realize that it's only waist deep. You broke a leg or you broke your pelvis or something, and you're trying to get up.
And
that's a horrible way to die.
We're back to chocolate pubes.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not reading. Okay. Hang on. Okay. We're gonna have to read this one, Jack. This is you realize this is in like Spanish, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
All right. Smash or pass, guys. Just from what we can see here. I'm gonna say pass because she got crazy eyes in the way that
the way her face and hair are oriented, I'm guessing she has a really big ass, and not in a good way.
I think she's cute, but she got crazy eyes.
She's got crazy eyes, and I think she's fat. So
she's got hello, my name is Jarbo eyes.
Well, most women have those eyes, so
I feel like now we need to even this out and give the girls. Find me a guy, Jack. Any guy. I don't care who.
Any guy.
Just a picture of a guy. Random guy. We got to even this out for the ladies. I don't want to be sexist here. So we did a smash. Do I need to read this out loud, or is there something going to happen that we just listened to?
You could just let people watch it. Hold on. Here's a random guy.
Okay. All right. Where's our random guy?
Hang on. Let me pull up the stupid thing to let me share my screen. Random. Okay. I typed in random guy.
I wasn't trying to like rush you. Damn, Jack. You got crazy eyes too? All right, ladies. The guy over on the right here. Smash your pass. Smash your pass. All right. We were inclusionary now, Jack, so we can go back to the cute chick.
What about Pat here for the androgynous crowd?
Oh, androgynous. Oh, fuck. His head looks like a vegetable. Oh, my God.
It's like Patton Oswalt got fatter. And his hair shrank.
Oh, fuck. I was not expecting that picture. Fuck me.
I'm going to save that one for later. Gonna find a use for that one.
I didn't mean to be that mean. He might be a very nice guy, but I was not expecting that. Can't spring shit on that. Shit like that on me and expect me not to laugh because that's not fair. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening along, good luck. I hope you speak Spanish because we're just going to read the screen.
Ну так я понимаю, вы-то почему с ним не можете жить? Ну вот в чем? В чем у вас такая несхожесть характеров, что вы не можете сохранить семью?
И невозможно жить.
А почему?
Он вообразил себя Наполеоном.
Oh, Jesus fucking. Oh, fuck me.
It's impossible with him. Yes, but why? He thinks he's Napoleon.
That's not Spanish. I don't care what it is.
It's like Frenchy or something.
Okay, just continues on from there.
That's just it. Yeah. I thought it was hilarious.
Fuck. For those of you listening along, that's what the judge is asking her why she can't live with him. She says he just can't. She says why? He goes because he thinks he's Napoleon, and they show him, and he's dressed like Spanish Napoleon.
Kind of looked like Napoleon too.
He does have, yeah. He's trying. He's doing his damnedest to look like the man. All right. I suppose. Jack, can you take over for just a second?
Yeah. What's up?
Sorry
Sam?
about that.
No, you're good. The video was a bit too short. It's a good LARP. Yeah, it was. Slavic or Russian? It's probably Russian.
It's English is actually what it was. I read it on the screen.
Eastern European. I think you meant Eastern European, but Eastern European, those Easter worshippers.
Is he Napoleon though? He might be. We don't have any proof that he's not.
Yeah, I am disputing her ability to see the greatness of Napoleon there.
Eagle
He
says,
is
why'd she hook up with him in the first place? She might have thought it was quirky and cute at first. She might have thought he was like kidding.
Yeah.
I don't know how you get to marriage from there, but
chicks are dumb.
maybe he's rich. I don't know.
He's got a
Anyhow.
really big penis.
Fuck, dude. Wow. You know what? If I knew that was coming up, we would have just, all right, ladies, we're going to make it fair. He's in this video. Ladies, it's your turn. Smash or pass. You going to bang Napoleon or not? You going to be his Josephine? If you don't know what that means, you really need to study a little more history.
Merle say it's Portuguese.
I was going to guess Portuguese, but only because I saw somebody in chat say Portuguese. Where's Mickey when I need her? Mickey, is that Portuguese?
Oh, we could ask Ralph. He's been mugged in Portugal a couple times.
Couple of times, yeah. He knows a couple of those words. Is that retarded Toby Maguire? He kind of has that look.
Downsy Maguire.
We're just getting passes. You guys are mean to the gentlemen tonight, man. See, I feel like the guys were a lot nicer to that chick that we saw. See, guys, it just proves guys are nicer. I'm gonna say though, you know what? You want to know why she dated him? I'm gonna show you right here. It's what I mentioned when we first saw her, Jack. Look at them fucking eyes. Them fucking eyes. That bitch is crazy.
Nah.
Yeah.
She's so crazier than any other woman.
No.
Wait.
No. Those are I murder people eyes.
Well, yeah, like all women.
I hear you, but no. This is look. As somebody, I'm a connoisseur of crazy women. Okay.
She's got the bunny boiler look.
No, she's not. She's not going to boil your bunny. She's going to slowly cut your bunny up, piece by piece by piece, starting at the tail.
I will not be ignored.
And then she's going to bathe in it. Yeah, Metal Minister, thank you, Toby Maguire. If his parents were related. We don't know that they weren't. Anyway, that's the end of the show, guys. We're leaving on Napoleon. Portuguese Napoleon. Was Napoleon ever in Portugal?
I don't know.
I mean, he did cut a swath across Europe, but did he make it that far?
Maybe.
I'm not up on my Napoleonic wars. I just know that he was short, even though he wasn't actually all that short. And he really liked banging that one chick, and he lost.
Yeah. Well, he got overthrown a few times.
He did.
His big mistake was trying to invade Russia at the start of winter.
Yeah. Not the smartest idea. Many people have made that mistake.
Yeah, it's a theme.
The French were, but not Napoleon and his. Well, I mean, his armies, though, right?
So I don't know.
Yet again, Waterloo is Napoleon's defeat. I think it was Josephine's vagina. I mean, because he was a very smart tactician, and suddenly just makes really bad decisions. I think he got hooked on the puss, and it just ruined him.
Well, he was kind of obsessed with her because if I remember correctly, they had to get divorced because of some scandal.
Mm-hmm.
And then he still was pining over her all that time, and I think that took his eye off the ball.
Is she? I'm trying to think because I've watched a lot of history of old Europeans I don't much care about recently, and it was one of them that the woman actually cheated on him.
I think that was the rumor that had been going around.
Yeah,
and that was like one of the scandals or something, because there was some like slanderous accusations. I don't remember if they're true or not, but they had to get divorced.
Yeah, occasionally I go look in on what the Europeans have been up to over the past few centuries, and it's never any good.
It's always like, why do you people keep doing this? And that's why
Like-
they're not as awesome as we are.
Like, let's kill everybody again. Okay. Can we deal with the diseases that are going on?
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming and joining us on this rather weird episode of Monkey in the Morning. You're supposed to repeat titles and stuff to get it into people's head, Jack.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we don't do that. I don't chill very well.
Yeah, we've been slacking. Look, we don't frequently say like, share, and subscribe to all our channels listed in the description, where you can also see our Streamlabs links that you could donate to during or after the show. Also, our Teespring stores are down there, and links to my books, one of which is on sale right now for some reason. So we're not good at that.
Brand tells us that he'd smash, but he's because of the crazy eyes. I feel you there. I really do. I like my crazy chicks. And he says he's going to need somebody's name to borrow. There's several you can choose from. Ethan Ralph would work.
Yeah. I tend to have one that is proprietary to me that I totally invented called Matt Jarbro. It's MAT JRROBO.
I like to go with a nice strong name, so I use Brian Stelter.
Yeah, that's a very manly name.
Speaking of which, did you see they had fucking David Hogg on CNN the other night?
I mean, are you surprised?
No, I just can't believe this little worm hasn't disappeared.
That kid's gonna float around like an unflushable. You know, he's just like, you have to throw some toilet paper on him for him to go away.
Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We love you. Thank you for the donations. You guys are so kind to us. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way out. If you're watching this later, hit the like button, the thumbs up button. And if you're on Rumble, I'm going to be streaming a couple of times coming up here, so don't go too far. I mean, you're going to want to go over to Twitch, but stick with the monkey. Jack, anything you want to show?
I'll drop some links. As always, thank you for the donations. You guys are awesome. And hopefully you're going to come back and watch all our stuff. I got nothing. I don't know what I'm doing today.
And there he is. Bubba Hotep and me will be over on twitch.tv/rantingmonkey playing some Phasmophobia in a little bit. Depending on how long how tired I am when we're done with that. I want to try to play some more Hogwarts because I really am enjoying that game. No promises on the second game, but definitely going to be over there playing some Phasmo here in a couple of minutes. So come join us there. Twitch.tv/rantingmonkey. Our links for everything are down below. All of our different channels, our different ways you can support us. Everything's down there. Check it out if you're so inclined. Thank you guys for watching, Jack. A pleasure as always, my friend.
Always glad to be here.
Ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful night. We'll see you next time.
Bye, everybody.
Row, row, row my boat, gently down the stream.